What up? Peace, 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 everyone. You now tuned. Damn, it's so quiet out here. I almost want to whisper. What up? Peace, everyone. You now tuned in to Chief Sabi Indigenous. Higher power. Yeah, man, it's too quiet out here, y'all. I may stream later. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna go get my tripod. So I ain't gonna hold the selfie stick. I probably don't walk around. What up? Peace. As you come in the chat, drop a comment. As you come in the chat, drop a comment. Hey, I'm finna go get my tripod. I'm gonna switch to my tripod instead of the selfie stick because I don't feel like holding it. But I'm finna go back right in. If you missed the build from yesterday, I'm editing it into 3 parts. I just edited 1 part and uploaded that. So we're gonna do that in 3 parts. I'm finna get my tripod real fast. So as you come to the stream, make sure you hit the stream with a like. And grab my tripod. Yeah, it's freezing out there. Okay, I got my tripod. Now I'm finna go back out and set up shop. What's up, though? How y'all feeling this morning? Hopefully y'all can hear me. Somebody let me know if y'all can hear me. I ain't seen no comments yet. We're finna get the build going. There's 2 people in the chat. Liked it. Make sure you like the chat. See, I was on my selfie stick. I'm finna use the tripod instead. Y'all ain't see me. I gave a slight little demonstration about my tripod yesterday. Let's see. I'm gonna put the camera on there first. What up? If y'all don't know already, you now tuned in with Chief Sabi Indigenous. Higher power. Back in the booth. We're building on truth and not falsehood up in this build. Let's see. Okay. Let's angle it back like this. What up, y'all? Peace. Comment in the chat. We're going to go right back in on the topic we was building on yesterday, which was Moors. Okay, cool. Wow, so if I turn it to this little area right here, excuse me, y'all, I'm just figuring out how to work a tripod. I'm just figuring out how to work, heck, it may even extend, but I doubt it. Let me see, I'm just figuring out how to work a tripod and stuff. They know how to work YouTube, though. Okay, let's see. Got a tripod. It's one of those. My tripod is one of those. I'm finna go right in, y'all. Don't be discouraged, y'all. I'm finna go straight in. Trust me. I'm just trying to set up shop, y'all. Instead of doing it all off camera, I just went on and started my stream. You know what I'm saying? So we can get up in the building. Hey, comment any topic though. Your thoughts on the Moors or anything. Your thoughts on whether we are indigenous, whether we are Hebrew Israelite, whether we are whatever you feel, whatever is your inner let me see. Trying to get a good angle. There's no sun out today. So we're gonna do this. Okay. We'll move it back. And now we lit, y'all. And what up, everybody? Peace. Peace. Well met. Halito. Great to have you up here. My bad, y'all. I really don't know how to work this tripod. I don't want to break my phone. You know what I'm saying? Okay, look like we got it back stable. Okay, what up, everybody? It's Chief Sabian Indigenous. Higher, higher, higher power back in the booth. Erskine Ramsey, peace. Okay, so I just had a not much. Finna get this bill going on. Back to you with okay. Thank you for saying that. No audio. Okay, let me disconnect my Bluetooth. Thank you so much for saying that. Wonderful. How about now? Y'all let me know how my audio is now. Thanks for saying that. Because other people are just coming in the stream and leaving without saying nothing. All right, peace, everybody. You now tuned in to Chief Sabian Indigenous. Higher power back in the booth. Now, look. Now, yesterday we built on, hold on, y'all. I don't know. Somebody's messaging me and stuff, y'all, but hey, we in the booth. Now, look. First thing I want to say is this. Yesterday we built on the Moors. We built on the establishment of the Moor Science Temple of America. We discovered who the Moors were, the ones spoken of in the dictionary, and also the ones spoken of by Noble Drew Ali. Now today for this build, I want to I'm gonna point out like I did yesterday, y'all. This is just a cigar. It's a menthol flavored cigar, y'all. No nicotine. It's not a blunt. None of that. But better? Okay. Let me make sure it's up all the way. Oh yeah, then I'm talking low too, by the way. I'm talking low too, because it's like everybody is so quiet and peaceful out here right now. Oh shoot. I'll turn my ringtone up. Okay, cool. Alright. Yeah. Audio should be perfect, y'all. Audio should be perfect. I can't see anything. Look. Yep. They're not sending me any data that's saying otherwise. Okay, check this out. Now, we went back in time. We spoke on the Moors as far as like the Moors of 7/11 and the invasion into Spain. Now I want to go back onto that invasion. You know what I'm saying? Because this is gonna be the most concise series of videos about the Moors, the Moor Science Temple, Noble Drew Ali and himself, all with no notes, all with no pictures. We don't need notes. We don't need pictures. We don't need any of them things. Check me out. Okay. Now, so I'm thinking my audio is good, so we're not gonna worry about it. Like I said yesterday, we're gonna build, because regardless, if the audio is not working, somebody could come in here that needs, that is hearing impaired. You get what I'm saying? And they can read my lips and still get a message and still save themselves. You get what I'm saying? Still no self more. Okay. Let's see. Now, yesterday I mentioned we got to stop shooting down the messengers. Y'all all heard the saying, don't kill the messenger. Like, if someone brings you a message, a divine message, inspired message by themselves, or however the message got to them, if someone brings you a message, usually that person is bringing the message, because why would they make it into a message? Why would they not just, you get what I'm saying? Like, when someone brings forth a message to the people, the first thing we want to do is our reaction off of the message. We automatically are reactionary straight to the messenger, the person who delivered the message, and that's just the deliverer. Like, people are gonna attack me for this series of videos because it's on a topic that, you get what I'm saying, is very sensitive to certain people. You know what I'm saying? Even though I openly declare always in all of my videos that I'm a student of Noble Drew Ali, at the same time, I know that I am not a Moor. You get what I'm saying? I've been studying this indigenous and aboriginal culture for over a decade, and by way of Noble Drew Ali's teaching. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's the beauty of a master teacher. Now, I'm not just on here to hype Noble Drew Ali or none of that. I'm just saying, like, period. There's been many master teachers born. There's going to be many more. And at the same time, each one, there's only two things in the world, and that's truth and falsehood. You know what I'm saying? That's truth right here on the right and falsehood on the left. There's no in between. There's no gray mark. There's no blending the truth. There's no, I'm going to give you a half truth, a half lie. There's no such thing as that. There's only truth and falsehood. Truth and falsehood. Okay? Now, what up, everybody? Peace, man. Drop a comment if you know anything about the topics in the chat. Drop a comment. If not, you can drop your own topic right here in the chat, and we'll build on it in a little bit after I go in on this segment. Now, and you now tuned in to Chief Sabi Indigenous. Hiya, power, back in the booth. All right. Now, in 1913 AD, I painted a picture yesterday in my other stream how the predicament and the situation of our people, that we were in the same predicament and situation that we're in right now in 2020, in this past decade and otherwise. You get what I'm saying? We're going through the same exact things they were going through 107 years ago. All right. Now, yesterday, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna keep giving a summary, y'all, because I know some of y'all haven't seen the video. Some of y'all may have just watched that premiere I did. That was just a part of the stream from yesterday. So the full stream is available on the channel. It's entitled History versus His Story. You decide. I think that's the name of it. But you can catch the most recent addition to that build right here, right now. And matter of fact, I just want to say it's a beautiful day today, y'all. The sun isn't out yet. That's why my energy levels ain't just super up yet, y'all. If you know, I'm also a sun gazer, a star gazer, a moon gazer. Like, I just sit there and, since I was a child. And then we're gonna talk about solar energies and your hairband antennas and all of that later on in the stream, though. You know what I'm saying? That'll just be a little plus build. That'll be a plus lesson to this stream right here. But for right now, we're in 1913, soapbox teachers. So like right now, I'm in a suburb area. I'm on a cul-de-sac. You get what I'm saying? I'll put the camera back on my selfie stick in a minute. Right now I'm using my tripod. But the soapbox culture, right? Oh shoot, we almost had a technical difficulty, y'all. I shouldn't have touched the tripod. I just love my little tripod so much. Check me out. I apologize though. I'm just going through technical difficulties, y'all. I never used a tripod before. Okay, now the soapbox culture. The soapbox culture. That was basically like, I'm a stand up in the most public place I can. I wish there was some better lighting out here. I should have brought my other phone out. I'm gonna stand up in the most public place I can and declare for everybody that's walking by, everybody that's can see or hear me will know my philosophy. What is philosophy? Now, philosophy, how I would break it down, remember, I'm not using a dictionary, but I am a master etymologist, y'all. But I'm trying to keep it where it's more easier to learn. So I'm going to say my breakdown of philosophy, y'all. I broke down a couple words yesterday, y'all, and I'm going to always be breaking down words because once you become a master etymologist and you start studying etymology, you'll see the breakdown that they give, and then you can break it down. It's so much to break down when it comes to words. But my breakdown of etymology would be, of philosophy would be, think about it, the SOPHY, right? SOPHY, Sophie. Now, from Sophie, you get Sophia. Have you ever heard of someone named Sophia? So from Sophie, on the philology
philosophy. Philosophy is philosophy. That's how we break it down. Philosophy. And then the Sophie part would be actually, instead of SOPHY, it would be SOPHIE, like a name, Sophie. Matter of fact, Sophia, PHIA, because Sophia is wisdom. That's a Greek word for wisdom. Like, just check it out. Go get your etymology dictionary and just dive in and look up philosophy, and you'll find a root. Because just looking at the word tells me it's root. You get what I'm saying? Because the words are phonetically the same. Like, when you hear a word that's phonetically the same, and you see a word that's visually the same, and you see the word that has the same building blocks of another word, generally they're related. And so you can break those words down by the blocks they're built upon and know the parts of speech. You get what I'm saying? Like, this is, I mean, I don't know if they teach like this in school, but this is my teaching method. You get what I'm saying? I'm breaking it down so you can use these tools. You get what I'm saying? In this class, like in my classes inside my builds, you getting a tool belt. You getting your tool belt just by coming to this channel. Hiya, 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 power. Just by turning into the stream, you getting a tool belt. Now, with that tool belt, it's empty, but along as you watch more and more of my videos, and as you come to the stream and build live with me and check out my content and go research, do your own research, start studying etymology and culture and knowledge and wisdom and inner and under and overstanding, you'll start to develop tools in your tool belt. And one of these tools that I can give you is etymology. It's a tool. And with that tool, you can break down. You can take that tool and break down a word to its least common denominator. This is about building. You know, when you build stuff, you have to break down something. In the Poor Righteous Teachers, they describe it in the Supreme Mathematics. In their version of the Supreme Mathematics, you got number 8 being build or destroy. You get what I'm saying? Build or destroy. What is today's date, by the way? You see what I'm saying? And today is the 26th, which is an 8, build or destroy. You get what I'm saying? Everything, mathematics is the language we speak in. We speak in mathematics. We breathe mathematics. We walk in mathematics. We talk in mathematics. This is like literal. This is our, you get what I'm saying? So the build or destroy. So once you build and destroy, it's about destroying nonsense, destroying falsehood, destroying beliefs and idiocracies, and instead building up truths and knowledge and wisdom and inner under and overstanding. You get what I'm saying? Peace, everybody. K Mims, good morning. Did you say they were still capturing and enslaving in 1913? In 1913, by capturing and enslaving, I meant in the form that, yes, I meant in the form of the early prison system, as far as like people calling rape and our men getting picked up, people calling, saying stuff got stolen, animals got stolen. You get what I'm saying? When I say slavery, I'm talking about this new form of slavery that got established with the 14th Amendment. You get what I'm saying? So when I'm speaking of slavery, we know transatlantic slavery as far as, oh yeah, I did a concise breakdown on that. I'm going to be uploading the video later. Also, I did a very concise video on slave ship and all the mathematics to it to show and prove that there's no possible way through math, through mathematics, living, breathing mathematics, because I'm true and living myself. Now, let me see. Peace, everybody. I didn't know we was up in here. Good morning, Sabi. Hiya, power back in the booth. Hey, we booting up, y'all. We making the sun come out. Remember on the first of the beginning of this stream, I said the sun wasn't out. We're going to make it come out. Now, check me out. Now, I show and proved yesterday through mathematics that the slave trade could not happen. No way possible. But also through mathematics, we do realize that a small amount of Africans were brought to these shores because as they were bringing their people here, and a lot of their people were in slavery, in bondage. You get what I'm saying? Bondsmen. That's why you get bondsmen. You get what I'm saying? I'm going to break down so much, y'all. But I was talking about etymology and saying that was one tool inside of your tool belt. Come to more classes, come to more live streams, come to more Chief Sabian Disney's. Hiya, 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 power back in the booth to get you some more tools. You know what I'm saying? Real news that you can use, y'all. Real news that you can use. Now, check me out. Peace, everyone. What's up, Leon Fletcher? Anybody that don't got a wrench, but you view my content and you comment and you be leaving and you be leaving feedback, positive or negative. I don't care about positive or negative feedback. All feedback is good feedback. And you come to my streams and you comment and stuff. For those people, y'all, if you haven't got a wrench by your name, I'm sorry, I'm not on the YouTube app right now, but I will be getting you a wrench. I do want as many moderators as possible, because to me, y'all not moderators. To me, y'all are active subscribers. You get what I'm saying? And look how active y'all is. Y'all in here again. So check me out. Now, where were we? Damn, I can hear the neighbors loud. Can y'all hear the neighbors? I hope they can't hear me from inside the house, y'all. I'm trying to keep it low as possible. I don't live here. I'm at my sister's house. You know what I'm saying? But I am way away from anybody's house. But I know my voice carries. I don't know if y'all can hear me talking like this, but I've been trying to keep it low. Y'all know if I was out there where I live, I'd be loud as possible. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully loud as possible. It's just the energy coming out. Now, where were we? Slavery. My sister asked me about slavery, and I was just breaking down how you have two forms of slavery. You have two forms of slavery. Both of them violent. One form, involuntary slavery, then you have a form of voluntary slavery. Right now, involuntary slavery, back before Emancipation Proclamation and all those things, right? Let me unzoom a little bit. Okay. Before Emancipation Proclamation and all those things, you had basically Emancipation Proclamation, and that freed Africans. Do you get what I'm saying? And it also brung apart, look, the establishment of the 14th Amendment, right? It could be 13th. I may be misquoted, but the 13th or the 14th Amendment, whichever one says that abolish slavery, right? They didn't actually abolish anything. That was actually the incarnation of slavery. Now, don't forget, y'all, the topic is Moors, Noble Drew Ali, and all those type things. I am going to get to it, but I'm just, once again, master storyteller, master builder Sabi in the booth. And so I want to make sure that we're getting a picture of the things going on, and people that were in here yesterday are asking questions about what I said on this topic already. So y'all just, any questions or anything y'all want to say, just say. Now let me see. Alex and how it was impossible to enslave. People don't know some indigenous blacks from America was taken back to. Okay, look, we finna get on all that. Yeah. Okay, look. Now check this out. I'm finna get on it. Just give me like 2 minutes. I mean, not 2 minutes. Give me a couple seconds. All right, now. Brother said some Americans were taken back to Africa. Yes. See, we already built yesterday on Christopher Columbus discovering, so they say, discovering or landing here in South America. In my Christopher Columbus video, I revealed that he landed in Little Haiti. You get what I mean? Not in Little Haiti, that's in Florida, but in Haiti, Dominican Republic. He landed on that island. And I also talk about in there how he left 40 soldiers to start an encampment. And when he came back, all the soldiers were slaughtered. And that's why still to today, the European culture and the European rulers, the ruling governments of the world, they hate Haiti because they slaughtered 40. That was the start of the war. You get what I'm saying? There's always been a war since day one. There's been a war going on right here in America. That's why when you hear talks of World War III, It's like, who's gonna talk about World War X, that it started before all the other world wars? And I deemed it, and I called it World War X. All right, check me out, because it was the start of the genetic war. It was the start of the spiritual war. It was the start of the copper colored wars. It was the start of the West versus the East. It was the start of the real deal war, the unending war that's being fought for our very souls, our very spirits, our very minds right now in America. This mental warfare. Now, slavery, I want to say this. Slavery, okay, I just recently seen a new Dane Calloway video, right? And in that video, Dane Calloway poses a question. He said, was slavery forced or was slavery by choice? And I would honestly, without any hesitation, answer that question just like this. Slavery was forced on a small percentage and a small group of Africans who came over here to these shores, who were already conquered long before the event of the United States Constitution, the United States of America, or any of that. Africa has been conquered. So yes, I would say it was forced in that small percentage, and also in the small percentage of our people who were caught by slave catchers seeking to catch free men, not freed, but the original inhabitants of this land, and to force them into bondage, the ones that wouldn't sign up for slavery. Now, that brings in the second part of the question, was it by choice? And I would say yes, because there was a sign up for slavery. And I know it's going to sound crazy to some of y'all, but when Kanye says slavery was a choice, I take it to mean that indentured servitude, because in all actuality, that is slavery. Just like what's going on now, you have the two forms of slavery. You have forced, and you have signing on slavery. You have the choice. Now I'm gonna get back to that. I'm gonna get back to the modern slavery, the choice and the forced parts of that. But in answering Dane Calloway's question, I would definitely say there was definitely a forced slavery among our ancestors who were caught daily. You know what I'm saying? And if they weren't scalped, they were forced into shackles and made to go be slaves. You get what I'm saying? On plantations with Africans, and that's where you get the Gullah Geechee and the Black Cherokees and things like that, because it was our people getting caught. It was our people, the indigenous aboriginals, the Tachinis, original people of this part of the planet, of the part of the plane called Earth, of the Americas. It was us getting caught in the Americas, forced into slavery in small numbers, forced into slavery right here from America. Now let's get it straight. We were caught in America and forced in slavery right here in America. So it was us that were caught, forced into bondage with Africans who culturized the Africans who had no culture. They had no knowledge of self. They had no culture of their own. All right. Now, okay, so when our ancestors were forced on these plantations and they were forced into bondage to work besides these Africans, they were naturally, because of the hand movements. Somebody yesterday went off in my chat about my hand movements, but do y'all know that sign language is actually developed from studying the American Indian? Do you get what I'm saying? From studying us. Even though they try to paint the picture through history that the Mongoloid Indian, the Asiatic Indian from Asia who came over here roughly 10 to 15,000 years ago, even though they want to paint it through picture like that's the American Indian, like that's the indigenous original aboriginal inhabitant of this place, even though they want to that's the dog. Even though they want to paint that picture, at the same time, we got to know that anytime they mention or credit, anytime James King, peace, bro, James King, I'll make sure I get you a wrench the next time I see your name in the chat, but I'm not on the YouTube app, I'm streaming from another app. But anyway, y'all now in tune. For the people that just came in, you're now in tune with Chief Sabi Indigenous. Hiya, power, back in the booth. And check me out. Now, the bondage part. So that's the forced part. To answer Dan Calloway's question, yes, there was forced slavery among Africans in small numbers and among our people. And because of that forced slavery between our people, that's where you get Gullah Geechee and the descendants of black Cherokees and the descendants of black this and that and that and this, because these Africans picked up the culture right there on the plantation. Now, the indentured servitude is the answer to the second part of his question. Was it by choice? And I would say yes, because indentured servitude was basically slavery. They were forcing us to, not forcing, but from lack of food, from lack of shelter, from lack of protection, from lack of protection from the slave catchers and the scalpers. Like, so they were forced. You get what I'm saying? By necessity. We were forced by necessity, but it still was a choice to sign up to be indentured servitude. What offered that was a protection of having a white person. You get what I'm saying? You sharecropping for a white person on their land, which was, they're deeming it as sovereign, and that's where you get in sovereign citizens. Sovereign citizens. Because let me say this, and then I'm finna get on the modern slavery. But you get sovereign citizens from the descendants of European immigrants. Sovereign citizen is not for us nor by us. That movement was created by European descendants, because sovereignty, when you look at the paperwork, you look at the law, you look at the doctrine, you look at the words, you look at the method, that method is supposed to be used in England, in the British, in the UK. That method of sovereign citizen is actually for the UK. Chief Sabi, your videos are very thought-provoking. Thank you for sharing and encouraging your listeners to do their research and learn more about these engaging topics. And I appreciate that a lot, JB. Make sure you got your notification bells on all so you never miss a stream. And also, we'll get you a moderator. We'll get you a wrench by your name next time I'm on the YouTube app. I'm not on the YouTube app right now. But I appreciate that, man. And y'all feedback and y'all positivity is what keeps me going. So, I'm going to talk briefly about this European sovereign citizen movement, and then I'm going to go right back to slavery now in the modern. I already dealt with the past forms of slavery, which was the myth of the transatlantic slave trade, but what was really bondage of the small percentage of the Africans, and also caught individuals of our background, our culture, who were on plantations with Africans who were caught by slave catchers. You get what I'm saying? The scalpers, and then the scalpers. Y'all get I got videos on the scalping of indigenous people by Native Americans and things of that nature. So anyway, now, oh, that's what I want to say. Sign language. Y'all know this, right? I don't know if anybody knows this, but sign language was developed by us. You get what I'm saying? And that's how they studied. They used to study us and watch our hand movements and try to learn how to speak. You get what I'm saying? Because we taught all the slave revolts you hear about, the slave revolts and things of that nature. We taught the Native American. I mean, we taught us American Indians, indigenous people, the original inhabitants of this land, the Tautianists, the Aboriginals, the Aborigines. We taught Africans, slaves, right? We taught them how to speak in sign language because we didn't share the same language as them. You get what I'm saying? But sign language is the language for, it's also about mathematics. You know what I'm saying? Hand movements have something to do with mathematics and geometry. You get what I'm saying? Even sitting postures and things of that nature. But you get what I'm saying? But we'll talk about that in another build. But on the flip side, look, the sovereign citizen movement, that comes from, okay, now, first of all, have you ever looked around and wondered, how is there so many white people? Like, have you ever wondered that? Like, why? Like, we all know the statistics and stuff that they show us as far as, like, saying that we're the minority. Oh, shoot, my tripod dropped. But anyway, we're going to build past it anyway. Okay, we already know that them saying all language, yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, and that's something I say on my channel that, you know what I'm saying, I've been attacked for, and slugs have been shot at me for. But I also say on my channel that we've been speaking English. You get what I'm saying? English wasn't brung over here. English wasn't brung over here. English is the trade language. Y'all hear that? So if y'all hear anybody else say that, make sure to be like, man, did you hear that from Chief Sabi? English is the trade language. You get what I'm saying? English was used for trade back in the gap. And so that was like a universal language almost. It came from, it's the child of Latin, Greek, Spanish, Arabic, Hebrew, etc., etc., Sanskrit. Like, English is composed of all languages speaking in one. So you get what I'm saying? So check me out. Let's keep going. Now today, modern, oh, it look like I'm leaning a little bit. Okay. Okay, now modern slavery. Today you have modern slavery. Now, that was established when the bringing of the 14th Amendment. I hate not knowing if it's the 14th or the 13th, y'all, but I think it's the 14th, but something keeps telling me 13th. But anyway, with the abolishment of slavery, that will brings in real deal slavery. As far as like, that's the first time it was ever written in law. Man, I don't deal with all that crazy stuff. Don't never message me again. I don't deal with that crazy stuff. You're not gonna get me off my stream to come check your messages. I'm not gonna do it. But anyway, what was I gonna say? Cool, I'm feeling it. Hold on, y'all. Cool, stop messaging me. Can you please get off my screen then? Okay, cool. That's how you handle it. Like, I'm not gonna. That's one thing I learned, y'all. Like, never, ever, ever. Y'all can make sure y'all catch my gang stalking playlist and my other playlists. This is one thing I learned, y'all. Never, ever, 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 ever feel guilty about doing the things that bring you joy, or doing something that you are supposed to do in the world. If you're supposed to be doing something, your path crosses another person's path, and if what you know is meant for you, something you know you're meant to do, you do that. And if the other person's path can't align with yours and run on a parallel, y'all let that person veer off. You know what I'm saying? You never want to veer off on your path. You never want to veer off on your path for anybody. Never compromise your integrities for anybody. Never compromise your respect for anybody, y'all. And you got that from Chief Sabi Indigenous, like, straight up. Now, anyway, back to the bill. Now, you got modern slavery, which was established upon the abolishment. No, they're scared and enslaving us. Yeah, oh yeah. All language was developed. Oh yeah. In the whole America, there wasn't no slavery. That's why white people call it the Wild Wild West. Oh yeah, indeed. I talk about all that in my scalping videos too. I talk about that in my scalping videos also, bro. What was I gonna say? But pushing forward, I want to say this: modern day slavery, which was established somewhere around like what? It's been going on since the advent of prison system, jail systems, and all that in the Americas. Now, we know prison systems are old, but we also got to know, when you're dealing with a foreign entity, when foreigners invade, foreigners bring in their culture. You get what I'm saying? When the foreigners come in and invade, they bring with them all the tricks of the trade they've learned before they came to your land. You get what I'm saying? A conqueror doesn't just wake up one day and say, hey, I'm gonna be a conqueror. Hey, I want to enslave people. Hey, I want to go over here and trick people to believe that they're other than themselves. You get what I'm saying? Okay, thank you, sis. It's the 13th Amendment. Okay, we got the 13th Amendment is what establishes slavery. It says in the 13th Amendment that if you commit a crime, like, slavery is to be abolished in all forms, fashions, marks, trades, numbers, all that. Slavery is supposed to be fully abolished unless you commit a crime. If you commit a crime, you're technically a slave. I mean, not technically, you are actually a slave. Like, there's no way around it. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about it. According to the Constitution, that act has never been ratified You get what I'm saying? None of that. Like, that is still, the 13th Amendment, it still stands firm. And if you commit a crime, you have gave up all your rights. Now, that's what a slave means, someone with no rights. So it doesn't matter what you're a slave to. That's why once you commit crimes and you get out of these facilities, do you think that you're free? They say you're a slave already, so now what do they do with you? You have no rights. You have no rights. So what comes in after you are released from your incarceration, your rehabilitation period, they put you back in the world and you're still a slave though, technically, by law, by constitution. So why would I release a slave from the plantation, but I still own him? So therefore, when you're released, slavery is still going on. Now it becomes slave by drugs. It becomes slave by narcissists. It becomes slave by poisonous thoughts. It becomes slave by gang stalking. It becomes that type of slavery. You get what I'm saying? Slave of fear, of guilt, of anger, of pain. You get what I'm saying? They'll injure you. They'll injure you just to try out new medicine on you. So when you get injured, just know that a lot of times, like accidents, car accidents and stuff aren't random. Car accidents and stuff aren't random all the time. But anyway, I don't want to get too far off topic. So with the slavery thing, the new, you got the choice. So once again, Dan Calloway asked a question in his most newest video. He said, you know, I like answering questions, you know what I'm saying? And I like giving people questions, and I expect to be answered also. You get what I'm saying? Whether it's in acknowledgement of my question, or if someone, you get what I'm saying, can answer it for me, or if they just do what I do. When I don't know something, I admit that I don't know something. And that's what a wise man do. The 7 principles of a wise man, and that's the most important, that a wise man admits when he knows not. All right? Now, check this out. So, the second, now, I answered Dan Calloway's question, and the question that was posed in his newest video was this. He said, was slavery forced, or was slavery by choice? And I may be paraphrasing the question, but I already answered it once about the past, but I want to answer that question again to go in depth with it, to give my full view, because right now we know we're functioning under a modern slavery. According to the 13th Amendment, we're functioning under a modern slavery, so I have to answer that question twice, apply it to the past and now apply it to the present. And so Dan Calloway's question was slavery forced, or was slavery a choice? Now, in this present time of slavery, this 13th Amendment slavery, it is once again forced and by choice. Now, when I say forced, I mean, like, if we know slavery is according to the 13th Amendment, it's anybody that commits a crime, no matter creed, no matter color, no matter race, no matter anything. If you commit a crime, according to the 13th Amendment, you are a slave. So this modern day slavery is the jail system, the prison system, the legal system, Roman yoke and law, because we're dealing with Romans here. Remember that. Remember that. You're dealing with the Roman Empire. This is the revitalization of the Roman Empire, the U.S. All right. So, turn around, look. I forgot what I was going to say. I looked up, seen somebody looking in my face. I forgot what I was going to say. Or I laugh at everyone in America that they're really the minority. Oh, yeah. They're really the minority like a mug. K-Mims, how you doing today? How everybody doing in the chat, y'all? Give me some feedback. Drop a comment, whatever. Topic, whatever. Check me out. So, right now, it's still forced and it's still a choice. When I say forced, the forced way is involuntary arrest, which is kidnapping. You get what I'm saying? So if you're somewhere and they frame you, they say, hey, you fit the description, or hey, I want to search you, or hey, do you accept this ticket? Because that's what I wanted to point out. And so far, I'm the only person I know that pointed out that a crime is even a ticket. You get what I'm saying? A crime, you got federal crimes, you got felonies, you got misdemeanors, then you got tickets. You get what I'm saying? So in all actuality, if you got a ticket, you already a slave. You violated the 13th Amendment because you committed a crime. All right, let's proceed. Now, saying that, when you accept that ticket, you voluntarily submitted to slavery. And whether it's through ignorance or not, whether it was under duress or not, you voluntarily committed to slavery. So once again, answering Dan Calloway's question, right now in this present modern day slavery, there is a choice. Now, you also are forced. You get what I'm saying? So it's basically you both are forced and you got a choice. You get what I'm saying? Now, we cleared that up. Now, where were we? Let's fast forward it back to, let's fast forward the scene back to Nova Drum. I don't know who all was in here yesterday and who all went over the things we went over, but the videos are up, so I'm really not gonna touch every now and then. I'm gonna touch bases on something from yesterday, but I really ain't gonna be touching bases. I'm really gonna be spitting nothing but new facts, new raw material. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be nothing but new raw material. Okay, now check this out. Okay, that answered your question though, Empress Isha. You had wanted to know what did I mean yesterday um, when I said the comparison between 1913 and in 2020, this slavery. So I would say the same bondage that existed in 1913 is the same bondage and slavery that we're going through in 2020. Even though we know technically the Emancipation Proclamation in roughly like 1865 had already came about. So slavery we thought was abolished, but now we see that according to the 13th Amendment, slavery just now got brought into existence. Okay. Now I want to say, look, when I ask everybody to share my content, I'm not asking you to share my content to help my channel grow or for any kind of egotistical manner. Next month is Black History Month, and we got to realize that we're not black, we're not Negro, we're not colored, we're not any of these things. So therefore, the more you share my content, the more you create playlists, the more you get this message out there, we can pull, because everybody's finna be on the internet searching up Black history and things of that nature, and they need to find out the real history. They need to hear our story instead of his story. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's why I ask y'all all to create playlists and share, and make sure you subscribe and have your notification bells on all, and like the chat and things of that nature, because I just want to make sure that we saving as many people as we can, as far as like from ignorance, from the triple stage of darkness, deaf, dumb, and blind. Okay? Now, how long we been in the stream? Oh, we only been in here 47 minutes. I'm in rare form, y'all. You now tuned in to Chief Sabian Indigenous. Hiya, 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 power back in the booth. Now check this out. So, and that sun still ain't came out yet, neither, y'all. And it's pretty early. That's why I'm whispering. It's pretty early, and I don't want to wake anybody up. But on the flip side, y'all, this knowledge ain't nothing gonna stop this build. So, let me say this. What have we already talked about this morning? We spoke briefly on Noble Drew Ali again. We spoke briefly on the soapbox culture again, which is right here on YouTube. We re-manifesting that. We spoke briefly on slavery. I answered Dan Calloway's question he posed in his new video, whether slavery was a choice or whether it was forced. And I answered that question about the past slavery and about this modern slavery. And I would say both were a choice and force, just like then is now. You know, get what I'm saying? You got to know where you came from and know where you're going. If you don't know the past, you'll never, ever, ever make it to the present. How the hell you going to get to the future? You get what I'm saying? For those new people in the stream, y'all, make sure you like the stream, comment your topics, comment your feedback. You won't get blocked. You won't get your comment deleted or anything. This is an open stream always. You always free. You can use your First Amendment right in here in this chat. You know what I'm saying? No blockage, no repercussions. All right. Now, let's fast forward back to the Moors, because that's the title of the video, even though that's just an automatic title because that's what I did the video yesterday, but I'm just continuing on. Now, Aboriginals. Let's not even talk about the Moors right now. Let's just give a little history on the Aboriginals. Now, our culture, right? This revitalization of our culture in the form of these different content creators. I'm not going to keep name dropping because nobody mentions my name, but y'all know the ones of our people, including myself. I'm not even going to say my own name. Y'all know who's been dropping this culture about us being indigenous and us not being from Africa, and about slave trade happening in reverse and things. Oh yeah, I'm gonna come back to your thing too, Clifford Clark, about the people coming from the Americas going to Africa, because I've actually studied that, and I also read inside the Library of Congress. I read documents attesting to that. What's good, Fly Birdie? Peace. Well, Matt, great to have you up in here. Hiya, 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 power back in the booth. Chief Sabi. Now, this is what I want to say. We gotta, what was I speaking on? What was I speaking on? I just told Clifford Clark that I was gonna come back to him. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and build on that real fast, and I'll come back to whatever I was thinking on. Because either way, everything's gonna make a full circle, y'all, and come back. Oh yeah, and I know what I was gonna say, something about the Aboriginal culture, but might as well start off with the stealing of our people. You understand? Exactly. Voluntary servitude. 83-year-old man robs a bank. Voluntary servitude. Exactly, exactly. The way we go commit crimes. But it's out of ignorance. When we commit voluntary servitude these days, when we put ourselves in slavery according to the 13th Amendment by committing any kind of crime, we do it out of ignorance. Because if someone, 9 times out of 10, if someone would have came to me as a child and said, hey, if you go to jail, if you be bad, you go to jail. And when you go to jail, you become a slave for the rest of your life. If they would have told me that, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have got incarcerated from the 3rd grade and spent my whole life in the prison systems. In a monasteric lifestyle, which I formed, I manifested myself. I surrounded myself by books and literature and the great minds of the past, and my own intellect. Building, breaking stuff down to the least common denominator, translating the Bible, the Quran, the Torah, the things of that nature. So that's what I did. I used my time wisely, but in all actuality, because I committed voluntary slavery by signing for time or committing a crime. Therefore, I'm still a slave, no matter if I rehabilitated myself or not, whether I studied and learned and used that time wisely or not, whether I got taught a lesson or not. Either way, according to American law, according to the Constitution, which we all should stand on and we all should enforce, but at the same time, that same Constitution says we're all slaves if we've ever gotten a parking ticket. It's crazy. But, um, the part about, the part about the slave trade happening in reverse. Now, that is true because there's documents on the Library of Congress about people being took from the Americas and taken to Europe, to the different parts of Europe, and taken from America and taken to the islands, taken from America and taken to West Africa, and taken to America, from America, taken to Asia. That is a fact. That is a big fact that slave trade did happen in reverse in some ways. Do you get what I'm saying? You got so many different variables when it comes to this subject. People think it's a gavel, hit the gavel, close and shut subject, but it's really not. It's more intricate and more in depth than anybody thinks. Even the people who question the slave trade and teach you many truths and bring up the slave trade and show you that it happened in reverse or it didn't happen, or you got to consider it from every angle. You can't just consider it from one angle. Once you find the truth, you take that truth and you refine it and you study it and you try to prove it false, because the truth, there's only two things in the existence: truth and falsehood. So you take your truth, when you get a truth from somebody or you find a truth yourself, you take it and you refine it, you put it through fire, you beat it up, and you make sure that it's real. You get what I'm saying? Because any truth you find is supposed to be like a pot of gold. It's supposed to be a pearl or a diamond. It shouldn't, you get what I'm saying? It shouldn't just, the amount of pressure it takes to break these items. So if you know it's truth, then truth won't break. So you keep beating up on truth, and truth keeps on ever evolving as you go. You get what I'm saying? So now, where was I at? Okay, about it happening in reverse. Um, you get, if you go to the Library of Congress, I forgot what document I was reading. It was in a book form, so, but I know everything on the Library of Congress is a book form, and I found it a couple years ago. And it actually says in there that they were capturing people from the Americas. They were doing it voluntary. See, that was also voluntary. They had a voluntary and an involuntary mass migration. Not mass, but a nice sized migration from the Americas to other parts of the world. People don't know that. You had an involuntary and a voluntary migration from this part of the planet, from this part of the plane called Earth to another part, to other continents. You get what I'm saying? So, people don't speak on that because they haven't done the research. Now, now, when it comes to that, that's where you get the black Europeans, the black Englanders, the black these natures. Even though we know they're not black, we know they're copper. They're the copper colored or copper toned original inhabitants of this part of the planet Earth. And also be on the lookout for this video I'm dropping. Appreciate it, sis. Be on the lookout for a video I'm gonna be dropping on the millions of shades of brown and copper. You get what I'm saying? It's already written. I read it last year. Like, I wrote so many bills. You get what I'm saying? I wrote so many bills. American Indian by blood. That's true. It's all in the Library of Congress, how people were taken from America. Exactly. So when people say the slave trade happened in reverse, yes, it did. And that's where the DNA ancestry trickery comes in. Okay, so if you're not in possession of the knowledge that people were taken from the Americas and put on West Africa, people were taken from the Americas and put in Europe, put in Spain, put in South America, put on the islands, put on all different other parts of the planet Earth. If you're not in possession of that knowledge, then you will fall into the trick of ancestry DNA, because what they're going to do is tell you, oh, it's simple. You just spit in this tube and we're going to tell you who your relatives are. You know who your relatives are. Why don't you ask your grandmother? Why don't you ask your grandfather? Why don't you ask your mother, your father, your uncles, your aunts, your great-grandmothers, your great-grandfathers, your great-aunts, your great-uncles? You have your family tree. You can talk to older cousins. You can talk to people younger than you in your family. Some people are historians of their own family. You get what I'm saying? So the information is there, but instead we are lazy. Through laziness, we rather spit in a tube and submit it to people. Now, when you do that, remember on the bottom of the package, from what I hear, and I also read it online once myself, it says for entertainment purposes only. So even though it's real science being used, the science of genetics and the science of DNA testing and things of that nature, they are still not, they are still admitting that this is only for entertainment purposes. Who are you entertaining? You're entertaining the people who are tracking you. You get what I'm saying? The people who are tracking your bloodline, the people who are seeking out empaths, the narcissists, the psychopaths, the sociopaths. These people are seeking out empaths, and they know you are an empath through blood, through genetics, through DNA. You get what I'm saying? What's good? What's great? And for one piece. You don't got a wrench yet? I'm not on the YouTube app, but I'll make sure you get your wrench next time I see you, sis. I'll make sure you get your wrench. So when did they really discover America, and who was all here, and when did they? Good morning. Great morning. I'm finna go in on that topic right there, because I really was just zooming around trying to find the right topic, but that's the topic. That's it right there. You ever seen the post where they be like, this it right here, and they post a little meme or a picture they found? That's it right there. That's what we finna go in on this morning. For those that don't know, you now tuned in to Chief Sabi Indigenous. Hiya, power, back in the booth. Now, my sister just posed a question. She say, so when did they really discover? And hey, and 411, I wanna just give you a shout out and say that I see you doing your thing over there on your channel. I know I don't comment as much as usual, but I always get your notifications, and I do come over there and check out your content. I just don't be commenting and stuff because I'm liable to click on something else and click on something else. You get what I'm saying? So I just want to say shout out to you. You've been doing your thing. You get what I'm saying? I've been seeing you. You get what I'm saying? You've been part of my stream, things of that nature. Now check me out. I just give credit where credit's due. I see you. If nobody else, no other content creator is going to acknowledge the work you're doing and acknowledge your information, Chief Sabian Indigenous will. I see you. And check me out. Now, we back in the booth. Higher power. Now, she said, so when did they really discover America? Oh yeah, I stay busy. I be on it, sis. Like for real, for real. So when did they really discover America? And who was all here when they did? Good morning. Great morning. Great question. So that's a two-part question. When did they discover America? And who was all here when they did? Oh yeah, most definitely. I appreciate you too, sis. Most definitely. Now, the first part of her question is, so when did they discover America? The second part is, who was all here when they did? So I'm going to go in on the, let me see, first or second. When did they discover America? I'm going to go, because the first one is, the second one is very intricate. But the first one is intricate also. Because look, with that word, with that question, I know you could have worded it better. I know you worded it that way, but I like to see it uncensored and unedited. I like to see your actual question so I can break it down for those that don't know. You get what I'm saying about word spells and certain things. So you say discover America. We got to look at that word discover, which I unveil in my Christopher Columbus video that I dropped last year. I'll show you that discover actually means to unveil, to make the unknown known. Okay, so with that word brings trickery, because according to the dictionary, you get what I'm saying? According to the dictionary, that word means to find, or you get what I'm saying? So it denotes that Christopher Columbus discovered this place. You get what I'm saying? And that would be in 1492. Somewhere around 1492 that he set sail in the Pinta, the La Quinta, and the Santa Maria, and they landed on Haiti, the Dominican Republic in Haiti, that same island that they share. Okay. Yeah, I've been trying to keep it in the algorithm. Well, trying to keep it. Oh, yes, indeed. Yep. That's why I be posting. Hey, email me, sis, so I can give you some pointers, too, about your channel, man. Like I tell everybody, like, I got pointers, and I may need some pointers from you. For real. I may need some pointers from you. Hit me up at themudtribe@gmail.com. That's THEMUHDTRIBE@gmail.com. Or sabiindigenous@gmail.com. Okay, now, continuing with the build. The first question was to discover, and she said yes, to illuminate. So with unveiling comes illumination. Like if I have a hoodwink, or a hood, a veiling over my eye, I haven't seen light. I've been in darkness. So when that comes up, wow, it's the light. Okay. And speaking of light frequencies, play a big part on us, the original inhabitants of Americas. And I'm going to build on that also. I'm glad you dropped that question, those two questions. Or that one question with two parts. Double meaning, double dagger. That would have been a double dagger for some people. I discovered a weed pipe in a used car for my 17-year-old son. I got a better deal because of it. Ha ha ha. You funny, K-Mams. You funny. Let me find out you took a toke or two. Nah, I'm playing. But this is what I want to say on that. Supposedly, Christopher Columbus landed in South America, the island of Haiti. You get what I'm saying? So it's an island. Then when he came back, he landed on South America. And I reveal inside my my Christopher Columbus video that he had discovered a map while working for the king he was running for. He discovered a map that had a little bitty piece of South America showing. You get what I'm saying? It was showing. That's why nowadays they try to trick us and tell us that that little piece on that old map that they have is actually Australia. But that little piece is a little piece of South America, and Australia is really right here off the coast of the Americas. That's a tongue twister, and that messed y'all brain up, right? That Australia is really right here, a little boat sail away. That the Australian peoples had the same genetic makeup as us, the exact same genetic makeup, the same qualities that make them indigenous. They make us aboriginal, makes them aboriginal. And some of those people over there are the same people from right here. You get what I'm saying? That Australia was a humongous genetic testing facility. The whole island, the whole continent. They call it a continent, but it's really a humongous island. The humongous island of Australia was actually a genetic testing research center. You get what I'm saying? Like they used the whole thing. They would steady. It was a breeding zone basically. But anyway, I'll get back to it. And that's why they're doing these brush fires. They're coming through with these fires, trying to clean up their their evidence. You get what I'm saying? You're like some weed dealers might have owners going. So look, check me out. So it's really cool out here. I need to go get my hoodie. So what was I gonna say? What were we talking about? Americans. Okay, the unveiling. Okay, cool. So Christopher Columbus. That's who they say came over here, the first European, right? But we know it to be different. Let's go ahead. I'm just gonna go ahead and kick flavor all the way while there's sense on the fires. Yeah. Oh yeah. Makes sense on the fire? Yeah. Oh yes, indeed. I know it does, cause it's just the truth. They're trying to clean. They're trying to clean up the evidence. You get what I'm saying? They're cleaning up the evidence with those brush fires, and that's why they're look. And then they're even trying to use the brush fires as an example to verify the Earth being round. You get what I'm saying? Now they're showing you the NASA feed, the live NASA feed. And remember when I did my build on NASA and showing and proving how space just came into existence, like the whole thought theory and word and etymology of space only comes from like 200 years ago. I mean, not even 200 years ago, like about 100 and some years ago. Anyway, that was when I was talking about NASA means deceiver in Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? And things of that nature. Very interesting. So what are they doing on Ellis Island? Same thing. The same thing they're doing in the Americas. See, that's what I want people to I think me and you, if you like collaborate with other. I've never seen you collaborate with anybody and 411, but I'd love to collaborate with you on a video, and it could be about genetic testing and genetic modification and DNA grafting and cloning and all of that going on in America. So I have a very, very, very concise little segment I would love to do with you on that. So because I know that like that's more like your lane. You get what I'm saying? Like those type things. So anyway, but they showed the live feed. Yeah, they showed live feed on one of these channels on YouTube. They try to make it seem like that's the brush fires, and it looks so animated. The flames look so fake and so animated. Okay, now boom. You asked me who discovered the Americas. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and blow that topic off the map. No one discovered the Americas before. Look, because this video is entitled Moors and Noble Drew Ali and Aboriginals. What did it say? Moors, Aboriginals, black person. What the heck? You decide. Also, yesterday in the other stream, I broke down black and how when Noble Drew Ali says black, according to science, means deaf. It's in the literal sense because black comes from the word Negro. The word Negro comes from the word necro in Greek. See, Negro is a Latin word. You get what I'm saying? Negro is a Latin word. The Latin is the language of the Romans. The Romans came after the Greeks, and so therefore, when you take that Latin word, you take that Latin word back to the. I mean, you take that Latin word back to the Greek, and what did Negro mean in Greek? And you find necro, as in necropolis, as in death, the city of death. You get what I'm saying? The burial ground. And I showed y'all through science how all things that die turn black. That's the color of anything dead. Not this beautiful color on our skin. That's brown. That's copper. There's a million shades of brown. There's a million shades of copper. Most beautiful brown and its derivatives of the shades of red and the shades of copper are the most beautifulest. Oh, hey, Kepra, peace. And my bad, I'm still not in the YouTube app, but you know, and 411 is a regular also. She doesn't have her wrench yet, but I'm gonna make sure y'all get y'all wrenches and stuff. Now, check me out. Appreciate you for coming back to the stream. You now tuned in to Chief Sabi Indigenous. Hiya, power back in the booth. Now, we're gonna proceed. How should I proceed? I'm gonna come back to the other question too, sis. But thank you for keeping the chat moving. For y'all that's in the chat, y'all can comment anything. Y'all can give any feedback or anything. You won't be blocked. You won't be censored any kind of way or anything. So going straight back in, we gotta paint the picture. We gotta tell the truth, y'all. That before. All right. Yeah. This is the thing. Moors, right? I'm good. Not tripping. Okay, that's a bet. That's a bet. So when you email me, I'll talk to you about it. When you email me, I'll hit you up and I'll talk to you about it. When we trade out, what is it called? Like, I'm only smoking these cigars back to back. I'm smoking this tobacco back to back because I ain't drink no coffee today because I've been trying to stay away from the coffee. But I also left my alkaline water at home. Y'all seen all the alkaline water I had. I left it at home. I'm not at home. And also the sun isn't out, and that's where we get our energy from. You get what I'm saying? Through our antennas, through our skin. And I also want to say, y'all, like, I got a lot of stuff to, like, a lot of these myths they spread because myths are still being spread. Look, the biggest blame on myth spreading, right, are people who know truth. This is the thing. And I'm gonna come back. Remember, I always know where I'm at. I never forget my place. Like, I never forget where we was at in the discussion, and everything is gonna come in full circle. I'm not gonna leave any part of the bill open, right? Now, the reason why I say the biggest propagators of myth, right, of falsehood, are people who know the truth, because once you find a truth, it could be very interesting. It could be very trending. You can get a lot of attention from having a truth. Now, after you display that truth to the world, you bring it to the consciousness of the world, and you are acknowledged for that truth. Where a lot of times, I'm talking about content creators, I'm talking about conscious individuals, I'm talking about the so-called awakened ones. After we find the truth and we get acknowledgement for it, the first thing we do is seek to go get more acknowledgement, because it's just a thirst inside of people to be recognized. So if you're wanting to be recognized for being intelligent, being smart, being a truth seeker, being a finder of truth, being a teacher, a master teacher, a builder, whatever you want to be recognized for, it's out of habit, and for some people, necessity. They don't know how to go and find content. They don't know how to research. They don't know the proper methods of research and study and building. So they forced to instead fluff out the truth with falsehoods, fluff out the truth with deception just to keep their. And so you get what I'm saying? So that's where you get a lot of the deception nowadays. That's where you get a lot of the deception nowadays, because people they can't just take that one truth and keep breaking it down. I can build all day off one truth. This whole channel is based off of us being indigenous, aboriginals, autochthonous, and things of that nature. But y'all know this is a topic I barely ever talk about on my channel. Y'all know I'm more into breaking down the science of everything in life, which is everything, self. You get what I'm saying? I'm a historian, so I'm gonna talk about our story at the same time. I'm gonna break down history from across the plane. I'm also gonna be on science. I'm also gonna keep you updated on technology and break down technology. I also have videos planned about AI and things like that. Your hair is growing back already. Oh yeah, I taught people yesterday. I gave them the game yesterday on how to grow your hair faster through fasting. You get what I'm saying? My hair grows so fast because I fast. My hair grows so fast by fasting. If y'all see, my hair is longer than it was last week. It'll be longer than this next week. In a month or so, I'll have twist again. You get what I'm saying? Like, through fasting, though. Send me that in the email, sis, because I didn't know. Remember, my email is SebiIndigenous, SEBIINDIGENOUS, or themudtribe@gmail.com, THEMUHDTRIBE, themudtribe.com. I need that type of information. I tried to get on another platform, Black Videos or something. I tried to get on some kind of other platform, but they never approved, and I think it was some kind of hacking site, because they never approved my application. So if I can get on TrueTube, oh yeah, we need to hook up on some some AI too. I got a good one on the back burner. Okay, yeah. And I got some smoke. Like that's what I'm saying. I wanna link up most definitely because it'd be mutual beneficial. You know what I'm saying for the people. All right, check this out though. This isn't actually a black and mild. It's actually a filtered cigar that I break. It looks big, but it's actually a little. It's the same size as a cigarette, and it's cigar tobacco. And I break the filter off and smoke it just like this. And the flavor is menthol. But peace, great to have you up in here, Orlando Cortez. Peace, great to have you up in here. You now tuned in to Chief Sabian Indigenous. Higher power. Back in the booth. Now, proceeding with the lesson. My sis asked me, oh yeah, I'm tripping. I don't know, whatever I was on just right now. Oh yeah, I was just talking to the sister, but I want to answer both sides of that question you asked me. She's asked me, so when did they really discover America? And who was all here when they did? Now, to answer that first part of the question, I got to just blow all myth out of the water. The I don't know how many of y'all, especially y'all that come out of our yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you get a wrench too, Orlando Cortez. I'm gonna get you a wrench. It means you active on my channel, you know what I'm saying? But I can't, I'm not on the YouTube app right now, but I get you a wrench. I thought it was a blunt at first, LOL. Nah, I don't really smoke weed anymore. Occasionally. Nah, I started smoking these cigars to stop smoking tobacco. I mean to stop smoking cigarettes and nicotine and all that. All right, check me out. So to answer that first part of your question, I've been building for a little second on this first part because it's intricate. Like I said, the first part of your question and the second part of your question is both intricate. It can't just be answered like just, oh, this or that. No, it's an intricate question. So when you say who discovered America, I have to say that there was a large group of people who knew about the Americas. All right, now earlier in this stream, I stated that English, right? Everybody thinks that the English language was brought to these shores by European conquerors, by European conquerors, the settlers or whatnot. But in all actuality, English has always been on this land. The forms of English we had were the dialects that are spoken more in the South, our southern slang, our twang, and things like that. It was actually a trade language. Now, for me to say that, it lets you know that there was trade going on. There was a mass trade system going on between the Americas and between the continents of Africa. Now, the reason why I hesitated when I just said the continent of Africa, because I really want to just call it what it is. You have the Americas, which constitute the Americas is North America, South America, Central America, Australia, and all the other islands around America, and also Greenland. And Canada is part of North America. Mexico is part of North America. All the countries of South America. So you're dealing with a humongous like a humongous landmass. Shout out to the brothers trapped up there in Greenland. Shout out to the brothers up there getting genetically tested on and genetically modified and cloned up there in Canada. We'll free y'all one of these days, y'all. But right now, we're trying to free ourselves. But just know that we know y'all up there. Shout out to y'all. We know y'all ain't gonna see this video. We just sending high vibrations that way. Now, oh yeah, to the people in Australia that's getting their homes and stuff burnt down and destroyed because of trying to do a cover up of that genetic modification and testing and stuff going on over there. Shout out to y'all in Australia. Okay. Now, there was trade routes. There was trade routes moving in between the West. Now, I'm a firm believer, but I don't believe in beliefs. And I haven't said that quite enough this year, so let me make this a statement, y'all. This is a statement from Chief Sabian Indigenous. I don't believe in beliefs. What that means is that to believe is to accept something without knowing that it's truth. So anything that you believe is not a firm truth. So when I say that there's a most high God and that there's a creator, I don't believe that. I know that as a truth. You get what I'm saying? And the truth is not debatable. So Therefore, I will debate anybody on any truth that I bring. I will debate. I'm open for debate on whether God exists or not, whether creation is versus evolution. I'm willing to debate these topics. For y'all that don't know that, I'm willing to debate these topics. So make sure when y'all inside Black News 102 and Side Netter Studios and things of that nature, when y'all inside other people's streams and they talk about evolution and they talk about no God, they're really slick atheists, make sure y'all mention my name and be like, hey, that brother says that he's an indigenous, aboriginal, original inhabitant of this land, and he says that the creator is real and that he is willing to debate that topic with anybody. Make sure y'all mention that. Make sure y'all create playlists and add my videos. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Turn your notification bell on all so you won't miss a live stream like the one we have today. Now, the trade routes. Who were the people who knew about the Americas? Who really were the race traders in history? Who really traded us out? Who really snitched us out? I didn't even want to bring that because this series is supposed to be going, but the sis asked me a question, and y'all know me, I gotta answer it because I'm gonna question everything. And if I ask a question, I would like it to be answered also. So me having the information, I might as well give it out right now. I'm not gonna hold on to it. So I would honestly have to say that the Moors are actually the people who gave up the Americas. Now, why should I say that? Because the Moors were navigators of the sea. We taught them the sea craft, though. Remember, now this is something that's not, this is another little known fact. This is another little talked about thing. It's kept hush hush. But in all actuality, peoples of the Americas were sailing. Peace, everyone. Peace, me, sail only the wise. I know that's him. Yep. Peace, me, sail only the wise. The people of the Americas. Let me break this down right here. When you're talking about an indigenous people, an indigenous group of people means that these people sprung forth out of the land. Not saying that we just one day walked straight out of the land. No. I'm also going to give a brief, when I'm describing about indigenous, I'm also going to just give y'all a little insight on the Mud Tribe. And y'all hear me saying I'm Chief Sabi Indigenous, fearless leader of the Mud Tribe. Hiya, 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 power, back in the booth. Now when you hear me saying that, it's me openly declaring my tribe and my chiefhood. You get what I'm saying? When I say I'm chief of the Mud Tribe, the core basics of the Mud Tribe. I know y'all think like mud. I can't find that in any literature. I can't find it. No, the mud is the primal essence. Now, in every creation theory or creation story, you have the creator or the most high getting from the land, pulling up dirt and taking that dirt and forming man. But in all actuality, you don't form dirt. You form clay or mud. You get what I'm saying? So it was wet. We know the body consists of almost 80% of water. It consists of 3/4 water. You're 3/4 made of water. So the little skin and the blood, I mean the things you see that's solid on your body, like that's just 1/4 of who you are. That's not even 30%. That's only 25%. Turtle Island Easy Peace. For everybody that's coming in the stream, y'all, like we digging into this, we digging more into this topic of more and this topic of the personage of Noble Drew Ali, and we're also talking about slavery. I answered that Dan Calloway question when he posed this question in his newest video about whether slavery was by force or by choice. I answered that here in this stream. And also, we're just digging in. Great to have you up in the build, though, Turtle Island Easy, and everybody else that's just now coming. Make sure y'all hit that like button, share, subscribe, turn your notification bells on all so you won't miss a stream. You're now in the booth with Chief Sabi Indigenous. Hiya, 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 power, back in the booth. Now, This is what people sleep on. This is a little known fact that people sleep on. The Mayans, right? I touched on it in my Christopher Columbus video, but I'm going to go ahead and bring it on out right here. Because we're here, we're live. This is 2020. Y'all know I took a year break from YouTube, so therefore a lot of questions and a lot of subjects I brought up weren't answered. So I'm going to be clearing up any content I made last year. I'm going to clear that up as we go through 2020 because I have a whole new repertoire of information that I want to get out to the people this year. So we're going to be touching bases on everything that's ever been brung up on this channel, just to let y'all know it's right and exact. And so we can get anybody, any of the debaters and the naysayers, so we can bring them on in. Because 2020, we just need to go ahead and have intellectual warfare here on YouTube. It's a call for intellectual warfare here on YouTube, and I will be participating. Chief Sabian Indigenous. You get what I'm saying? I'm always prepared for intellectual shootout. Now check me out. I got to get your input on the mud floods too. Oh yeah, most definitely, sis. Now, a little known fact was that the sea craft, now you know there's different crafts where you have metallurgy, you have gemology, you have different crafts in the world. You get what I'm saying? Like guilds, like almost like guilds. The word I'm trying to say is G-U-I-L-D, like a guild. Like you have the Thieves Guild, the Assassins Guild, the Bakers Guild. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, that part. Oh yes, indeed. I just started the video too. Okay, yes, indeed. I most definitely I hit you up. Now check this out. But I can say one thing about the mud floods. That's about changing the landscape. Just like killing off the bison in the Americas was about changing the landscape, y'all. And we gotta I really want to I'll get back on that later, y'all, but we need to save the American bison also, because that's a part of our culture. So we need to save the American bison, y'all. They're finna go extinct, and once they go extinct, we are losing a major part of our culture and our history here in the Americas, y'all. So keep that in mind, that the American bison is going extinct, y'all. And with that topic of the bison, y'all, there's so much culture inside of the inside the American bison, y'all. When you hear me break down about the American bison, you'll get to learn a lot more about American culture, about our culture as indigenous people. Now, oh yeah, my bad. So in any creation story, you have a higher being, you have the creator, or that original person, that original phenotype. You have that being reaching down into the very soil and taking from that soil. So when he's saying he's taking that soil, have you ever wondered why we have every known element in existence? Every element, even dark matter. People don't want to talk about that, but we have dark matter. That's how we can destroy stuff with our mind. You get what I'm saying? And anyway, y'all, I'll get into that on another build. I don't want to take it too far on y'all, because you get what I'm saying? Like, I want to keep everything. You get what I'm saying? I don't want to go too far out. We still early in the build. I'll come back to anything I touched on. I'm going to come back to it later on in the build. But right now, I wanted to show y'all why I say the mud tribe, and why the mud tribe should be looked at as a umbrella tribe for anybody. Like if you coming from the Anunnaki, the Choctaw, the Washita, anybody, if you just don't even know a tribe, you just know you're indigenous or aboriginal, all the mud tribe is a place where we can all meet and, you get what I'm saying, have a form of unity, putting past our differences, whether it be religious, whether it be any kind of differences. We can all unite under one banner. You get what I'm saying, to get things done. So we'll talk more on that later. But the reason and the concept of the mud was saying that we are of the original people of this plane called Earth, because that's what the Creator used to form the first man, was clay, good sounding clay or mud. So anyway, we know the soil is copper, red. You get what I'm saying? And from that spectrum of brown, you get see, they want you to believe that black, You get what I'm saying? I know the breakdowns of the 16 shades of black and all that type of nonsense. They want to try to bring us into it. You know, they say it's 16 shades of brown. I'm telling you that there's millions of shades of copper, that there's millions of shades of brown. Forget the 16 shades of black. I'm telling you that there's millions of shades of copper, there's millions of shades of brown. And from those millions of shades of those two color spectrums, the whole spectrum, from the shades are part of the spectrum. So from those two color spectrums, you get all other colors, all other spectrums, all other shades around Earth, y'all. From the million shades of brown, the millions of shades of browns, the millions of shades of coppers. So put that inside your tool belt. Use that as a tool. Tell them, nah, we didn't come from black, because black doesn't make every color. Tell them copper makes every color, brown makes every color. From them colors, you can get all other colors. Check me out. Now, proceeding with the build, right? It's trying to figure out how to unplug into your dark matter. CERN is trying. Exactly. Hey, sis, I'm surprised you haven't dropped. Did you drop a video yet on this? There's like a huge wave of dark matter out in the pushing its way onto our solar system. Have you seen that? There's a huge like wave of dark matter pushing its way onto the Milky Way galaxy. Have you seen anything about that? All right. And I broke down in another build how the Milky Way galaxy and the spirals and all that, red, yellow, and blue make black. Okay, indeed. Check me out. Now, it's cool out here. I wanted the sun to come out, but it ain't came out yet. Okay. They all running away from Yellowstone. Yes. So sis, you writing it, you know what I'm talking about. And you can check out I got a live stream entitled Gang Stalking. It don't have anything else next to it. It just says Gang Stalking, and there's a picture of Tupac up on a cross like Christ. And that video, go to the end of it where I talk about the migrations of the American bison and how it relates to the migrations and the lack thereof of our people, y'all. And you'll really learn a lot about the genetic modifications and genetic testing and the breeding systems going on here in the Americas. And also in that same stream, when I was live, 3 helicopters. Was it helicopters or planes? Yeah, 3 helicopters flying low came in at the end of my stream, y'all, when I was ending it. And I was like, this is a perfect way to end my stream, y'all, showing active gang stalking through aerial means. All right, check me out, though. The trade routes. You know how they want you to believe that gold, diamonds, and all them things, like you got to go to Africa to get all those things? That's not true. Each different landmass has its own resource, has its own, each I think I watched that gang stalking one, but I must have missed that part. I'm gonna check it. Yeah, it's like I think I did that stream in December. I was still out in Fort Worth before I came out here to the country. And now, what was I saying? Okay, each individual landmass was a source of a certain type of element. Over here in the Americas, the source element. Now, elements are everywhere on the plane. There's elements on every landmass, so don't get it construed. Like, I'm not saying you can't go and find gold in Africa, you can't go and find gold in China, you can't go and find gold. No, what I'm saying is gold is the natural resource. Gold and copper are natural resources of the Americas. So when you see the pharaohs and the Asians and Europeans with gold crafted, jewelry and sarcophaguses and things of that nature, and idols and statues and stuff like that. When you see these gold everywhere, that is the mark of the American. Dang, what y'all doing sitting out here in the cold, man? But it feel good out here. But what was I gonna say? When you see different empires in different places. That is the mark of the American spread across the world. That is where we took our natural resource and used that as a trade value all around the world. You get what I'm saying? Have you ever noticed that about fiat currency? Now I don't want to get too much off something, but certain things are just in one area, like the Mika they have the Mika they have children, mindfulness, and all of their makeup. Oh, happy late birthday! Now check this out. So when you see, I'm saying like anywhere that has like gold, where they like almost worshiping gold, where they're the story of the golden cow, even in the Bible, like when you see gold, that's the footprint of the Aboriginal American. Just bear with me, y'all. Through the trade routes, the hush hush trade routes that they don't want to talk about, we were the sea crafters. Like I brought it up a minute ago, how each like guilds, like you get different guilds and stuff, and how the different guilds have a different trade. And our trade over here on this continent, once again, so our trade was seamanship. It's crazy, right? Our trade was seamanship, the sea craft, and at the same time, our trade stock, our goods were gold, copper. Later on, when the invaders came, they wanted tobacco. They wanted things of that nature. Okay, check me out. Oh yeah, you know what I'm saying. I'm not. When I'm speaking on the gold and the copper, right? I'm not. I don't want y'all to forget that the other things that we produce in America that are only produced over here, which were also traded, which is corn, cotton, tobacco, certain types of fruit, certain types of rice, different types of grains. Like this is the stuff that was only over here. Sugar was that's a South American. That's a the sugar comes from the islands and from the South Americas. You get what I'm saying? Sugar and sugar cane, that's actually American. Um, I would like to say product. That's also American resource. All right, but look, the most hush, quietest resource. This is the quietest resource, y'all. Cocaine. Now, you may have heard somebody say this before, but you know what I'm saying? It came from me, y'all. If you heard anybody talk about the cocaine in America and how that plant is indigenous to the Americas, y'all, that came from me and other people. I said it on other people's platforms and stuff. But you know what I'm saying? And that's real. That's why still today, like, they love cocaine and cocaine byproducts. Look, it's always been, and I always want to say this. Remember I talked about World War X. Everybody's worrying about World War III. So let's just say World War X is the main war, and the World War One was just a battle of it. World War II was just a battle of it, and World War III is just going to be another battle of it. But it may be the final battle. But at the end of the day, these are just skirmishes in this great war that is World War X, which is the unknown. World War X would be unknown. X is Christos in the Greek. You get what I'm saying? So, check this out. Y'all rock with me, rock with me. So, this is what I wanted to say. The war on drugs, you hear how they say the war on drugs. Oh, we're bringing a war on drugs. No, that's why you came. That's why you came. You wanted drugs. Just check me out. Check me out, y'all. Just know they were seeking natural resources. All right, check me out. Where am I going to next with this? Okay, I brought up cocaine being a natural resource of the Americas. Abraham, America loves getting anyone addicted to opioids. Also, anything to make money and blind people. Yes, indeed, Abraham, peace. Great to have you in the chat. Welcome to my channel. You now tuned in to Chief Savior Indigenous. Higher power back in the booth. And I just want to say to that, yes, opioids come from the east, right? Just like the cannabis plant. People don't know that cannabis didn't grow naturally over here in America. You had tobacco in the Americas. You had cannabis out there in India. Get what I'm saying? When you hear about indicas and sativa and stuff like that, like, so when you get homegrown marijuana from the Americas, this new modern genetically modified America. Great to be here. Okay, thank you. It's great to have you up here, for real, for real. I'm gonna get you a wrench. The wrench is basically like membership. You see bigger channels with channel membership. Nah, when you see these people with the blue wrenches in their name in my chat, the moderators, that's like channel membership, letting me know that, you know what I'm saying, you're an active member of my channel. So make sure you got your notification bells on all. I'm I'm not streaming on the YouTube app right now. I'm actually streaming from another app called Streamlabs. I think it's on the screen. I'm actually streaming from Streamlabs, and I just like it better because it lets me go directly live. I don't have to wait for buffering. I don't have to upload a thumbnail. I don't have to put a title. Everything is already pre-done. This is actually my title from yesterday, but we're keeping it rolling. So check me out. So the main resource that they were seeking upon coming to the Americas, y'all, was cocaine. Just point blank, period. And then comes in the opioids, because the opioids came in with the Asian invasion. Now the Asian invasion, y'all, like when you hear me say terms like this, y'all, I don't know if other people use these terms, but when you hear it in my chat, don't think that if you hear it in another person's videos or streams or content that it means the same thing. Like I redefine words and stuff in here. And if so, like when I say Asian invasion, I don't mean any of the known world wars. I mean the quiet Asian invasion that's still going on right now. You get what I'm saying? That's why you get your Chinatowns everywhere. That's where you get your nail salons everywhere. That's where you get your, you get what I'm saying? It's just been a secret war since World War X. The first war was World War X that's still being fought today. All the wars that they hype up and the wars that we see, which America lost all of them, but the wars that we see are actually just skirmishes and battles of World War X. Like even the Cold War, with the Cold War, and even Germany and Hitler and stuff like that. Like this is what we gotta realize. Check me out. How long we been streaming? An hour and 40 minutes. We kept a consistent 9 people in here until somebody just left. But that's cool. I know they probably at work or something. I know people have been coming. Y'all know how it is. If they stay sitting here 60 seconds, 30 seconds, 45 seconds, 2 seconds, they're going to learn something. They're going to be more knowledge than they were. If they click in and click out all day long, they're going to hear a different topic every time they click in, and that's the beauty of it when you're building with Chief Sabian Business. Now, let me see. How do we know that an open trade existed? Remember, this is still answering your first part of your question, sis. It's just I'm going all the way. Like I like to break down stuff to the least common denominator because I like to paint a picture. I'm an artist. So the first part of your question was who? I mean, when was it lost? All of them. Awesome. 101 minute. America lost all of them. Awesome. They should have went to Colombia for cocaine. No, but you gotta realize, sis, that Colombia is the America. So when I say America, I speak about South and North together. Like I'm not making a separation because technically we really come from the South and came up to the North, y'all. But I'll get on that in another video. But I'll get on that later on in the stream if I keep streaming. But I do need a hoodie. It is kind of cold. But what was I gonna say? But yeah, when I say America, Colombia is America. Puerto Rico is America. Australia is America. Like all the islands are America. South America, North America. Like it's all the same. It's just that the Americas with an S on it. You know what I'm saying? The Americas. Now, what was I gonna say? We all American. Yes, indeed. Okay. Now, remember I said English was actually a trade language. They want us to feel like English came brung over here by the conqueror. That's not true. That's not true. We actually speak real English, and they actually speak slang. Like you get what I'm saying? It's our trade language. That's why they teach English in every country in school. Like did y'all know in Africa, like they're taught English in school. They're not taught their own dialect. They're taught English. In every other country in the world, you're taught English. You get what I'm saying? Like people talk higher power. What's good? What's great? Clifford Clark. Great to have you back up in here, bro. We up in here building early in the morning. Now, I'm telling them, oh yeah, see how we establish proof, documented proof, right? They always want proof and sources, and we're gonna give them documented proof by saying, I gotta go all the way in, sis. The proof of the trade routes existed by the Hebrew languages found over here in the Americas. The Hebrew language came via trade route. Via trade route, the Hebrew language came over here to the Americas, Hebrew artifacts and things of that nature. Check me out. Now, from the proof of the trade from South America to Africa to Kemet, right? We all know that the American pyramids are older, bigger, more intricate, have more meaning and everything the pyramids in South America do than the pyramids in Kemet, correct? Like, so the pyramids in Africa are the later versions of the already established pyramids in America. I recall learning in school that some natives spoke English fluently. Yes, indeed. Like, English is actually the trade language. Like, we were speaking English. Like, that is the joint language. Like, when you hear somebody say speaking in tongues, right? I think speaking in tongue is in English because that is a universal language. So I think we speak in tongues. Like, that's our language, tongues, English, because because English is actually the mutt language of all other languages on the planet. English is the newest language out of all the language phonetic systems on this plane we call Earth. You get what I'm saying? So with that, you have English being a universal language which anybody can understand. You get what I'm saying? And they talk about the prophets speaking in a language that anyone could understand. You get what I'm saying? Do you think they tampered with the pyramids though? Yes. This is the thing. This is the thing about the Americas. Now, really, I noticed in my video, right? I noticed in my video, like, for me watching my stream when I was editing it, the video I dropped earlier, right? For me watching that video, I noticed I received a download about the Sphinx and about the pyramids, and I seen the Sphinx. I seen the Sphinx watching my video. I seen the pyramids watching my video. And if you understand, you'll understand. You get what I'm saying? Like, when you see the Sphinx with the questions, you get what I'm saying? And you see the pyramid. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, some of y'all may have got it. Some of y'all may not have got it. But just know when you in the presence of a master builder, just know that the Sphinx is here. And the pyramids are always here, y'all. Like, and I hope y'all caught it that time. And look, check me out. Why did they shoot the noses off the Sphinx? Let's get it in. We established that English is actually the trade language of all nations, that it's a universal language, and that English, we were in possession of English. What is that? Jay Blazing and Gaming, natives of America were black. It's on the walls of the Grand Canyon. I don't know how you know, but you know Jay Black Blazing, and you came to the right place, bro. Peace. Peace to you, bro. You now tuned in to Chief Sabi Indigenous. Hiya, power back in the booth. Some of y'all may have known me by Indigenous Realist, but it's the same guy. I know I look different, but I fasted for 44 days. I fasted for 44 days, y'all. I lost 55 pounds. And so if y'all knew Indigenous Realist, that's me. I'm Indigenous Realist, but I go by Chief Sabi Indigenous. You get what I'm saying? But this is Indigenous Realist, if y'all ever heard of him. But pyramids in America as well. Yes, that's what we're currently talking about. My sis asked me were the pyramids tampered with. And so I say, yes, they were very tampered with, but they're still being tampered with today, being the fact that they're just now discovering a lot of our pyramids because they didn't know they existed. You get the old articles where they're asking about, you get the old articles where when they did discover early pyramids, where they're saying, wow, Egypt discovered in America. But that was only off of ignorance and the lack of carbon testing and the lack of them wanting to reveal a rich and ancient culture right here in the Americas, North America and South America. See, people think it's only pyramids in South America, but you got to realize that Mexico is North America, and Mexico and Mexico and different parts of Mexico, it's a certain part I'm trying to say. The Yucatan Peninsula. That's our trade center. The Yucatan, excuse me, pardon self. The Yucatan Peninsula was the center of trade. What we went and did in Spain. Notice I said we, but I'm not talking about Moors. Notice I said we. What we went and did in Spain, wrong culture and refinement. Those structures, right? They call them Moorish structures. They call them Moorish style structures. But in all actuality, those are American style structures. We were already building inside of that form and fashion right here in Mexico, right here in the Yucatan. That was already a giant, before, listen, before Kemet, y'all, before Egypt was known as a great source for the ancient mystery systems. This is what you gotta realize. Notice that they're called ancient mystery systems. We know that Kemet is not ancient. Kemet is not ancient. We know Kemet is another name for Egypt. Egypt is another name for Misraim. You know what I'm saying? Misraim, the Misraim from the Bible. Have you ever noticed in different versions of the Old Testament, you get Misraim and you get Kemet. You get Egypt. Misraim and Kemet are one and the same. You get what I'm saying? Egypt is one and the same. Kemet is also. Those three places are the exact same. Kemet is an older term, and it actually just means black land. People don't know that, but Kim means black, and the it on the end of it is actually meaning land. So it's meaning black soil. You get what I'm saying? Right here by the Nile River, the black soil. Okay, check me out. I went to the Mayan ruins when I went to Cancun. That's what's up, sis. Why you didn't take me? Which one of those presidents are our founding fathers? Mounds are older. I gotta just check out J.A. Rogers, the four J.A. Rogers, I think it's called the Four Black Presidents. Are Indian mounds inspired by the pyramids? No, Indian mounds are the first pyramids. The mounds, right? They don't test the dirt. Let's just say this. They don't test the dirt. So when you say it's Indian mounds, what did you ask? Indian mounds, a reflection of the pyramids? Oh, inspired by the pyramids? No, the Indian mounds weren't inspired by the pyramids. The Indian mounds are pyramids. Every pyramid in existence either has a mound up under it with a pyramid built over it, or it has an inverted pyramid. People don't know that. They think pyramid is just on the top, but there's also an inverted pyramid. That's where you get the so-called Star of David and things of that nature. He's showing that he's been in the inner chambers of the pyramids with that seal, which is really just the seal of Solomon. But anyway, y'all, we're going to get on all that. Now tuned in to Chief Sabi, Indigenous, the Realist. Hiya, power, back in the booth. Yeah, oh, most gracious. Yeah, y'all most welcome. Okay, now look. The pyramids, right? The structures. Look at our cities now. Look at. I just want to make a quick comparison because I don't like sticking on Kemet. You know what I'm saying? Because that's like me saying like, you get what I'm saying? Like it's not even worth me focusing on. Now check me out. But I am gonna bring this out. Over the time, Earth covers itself. The mountains are there. Yes, indeed. Over the time, look. This is what people don't realize. Over the time, in 1,000 years maybe, or shorter, or longer, things that we look at like Mount Rushmore and Mount Everest and things of these nature, they will be flat and new mountains will spring forth because of tectonic plate movements. Notice it's called tectonic plates, denoting that it's flat. You get what I'm saying? That's what tectonic plates means. You know what I'm saying? The plates move. They form like bionics, like Roblox, like Legos. You get what I'm saying? The plates move, causes earthquakes. I just learned from a sister the other day that there's thousands of earthquakes a month. I didn't know that. I didn't know that there's been a constant seismic activity here in the last year. All right, check me out. All right, what point was I at? Okay, this is what I want to say. With the pyramid structures, I want you to visualize the pyramids, right? The step pyramids. Those are actually. Oh no 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 no. When you see a pyramid, right? What is it surrounded by? Pyramids are cool, right? That's a cool structure. We know it took a master builder to build it. They even talk about the master builders inside of the Bible. Check it out. They talk about master builders as far as like they talk about different master builders in the Bible. Now, this is what I want to say. What's up, do it? Now, proceeding. Let me see. I agree, but I would hope it goes well. You know how he gets all the pyramids. Let me see. Yes, Root Word says that if you two linked up, that would be a fire video. Root Words, I don't know the guy. I mean, I recognize that name from being in different chats. I think he tried to check me one day inside somebody's stream, and I just let him know, like, hey, brother, I'm the realist. No, I'm playing, but yeah, I know Root Words, but not like that. But I recognize that name. I think we used to be over there in Chief Holiday stream together, like in the chat. I think I've been on. Is Root Words? I went on live with Root Words one day. I wish I would have been catching clips, because I've been on many people platforms, y'all. And me and Root Words were actually on a live stream together. We were the only two people we called in together on somebody's. Is that Root Words? I don't know. It may be Root Words. Is he a Moor? Is he a Moor or something? Is Root Words a Moor? If he's a Moor, then that's the guy I went on maybe on uh what's Taharka Bay? I was on Taharka Bay channel. Okay, yeah. I've been live with him before. He's very passionate about the things he believes and stuff. But me and him yeah, we'll make some good videos if he's cool with that. But I'm really more interested in making videos with like AN411 and other people that, content creators who actually come to my streams and actually communicate and stuff with me. We have open dialogue and stuff. And then new creators, like I want to help a lot of new creators. Like I really want everybody that's in here that got a moderator, I really want y'all to start creating content, y'all, so I can give y'all tips and stuff to make your channel go faster. And also so we can just, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody needs, this is a great way to just get out pent up energy and to get information circulating. This is a great way. Like I'm not saying go on your channel and say, hey, Indigenous Realist. No, I don't want promotion. I promote myself. I'm saying, and I will promote all of y'all channels. Like anybody that's seeing this video, I will promote your channel. You get what I'm saying? I do it with everybody because I'm not chasing subscribers. I'm chasing getting this truth out. I'm in a rush to get the truth out, so I'll promote anybody's channel as long as they, you get what I'm saying? As long as y'all writing exact. Now check me out. Oh yeah. I know we are. Cause we almost bumped heads because I was like, I'm not a Moor, and then he like, what are you? And I'm like, hold on, I'm a student of Noble Drew Ali, brother, and I can break it down like woo 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 woo. Yeah, I forgot about that. I need to contact Taharka Bay. I was actually supposed to be doing a demonstration over there on his channel about how I came into my indigenous culture through Noble Drew Ali, but yet I'm not a Moor. And I wanted to show him inside the Circle 7 Quran and inside the Constitution and bylaws and inside of the literature of Noble Drew Ali. And that was going to be a great build. So I'm going to have to contact Taharka Bay. Now, where are we at? There's so many places to go with this. You see how I'm saying? That's what building is. It's about breaking it down to the least common denominator, then building it back up. Chief Sabi, Indigenous, Haya, power, back in the booth, the master builder of this time, period. I'm the master builder of this time, period. Mount Rushmore is our pyramids. Oh yeah, they all is. But I'm saying we actually have like, have you ever heard of the Bonaparte murals? The Bonaparte murals, which is also in the Yucatan Peninsula. That was like a cultural zone, and that is our hieroglyphs. See, people sleep on that, but there's stories being told for those that have eyes to see and a mind to comprehend. There's a great story and a great history written right there on the walls of in Mexico, in the pyramids, and the Bonaparte murals. Now, give me some. I hear it from way over there. Now, yeah, earthquakes. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, they everywhere. Now check me out. So we established trade routes. We got to also recognize that the Mississippi River and the Nile River are not just alike, they are the same exact river. The map has been tampered with. That's why they give us projection maps. They take their globe model and split it, flatten it, and give you a projection map to use, right? They do that because when they make the split, they can rearrange the continents in a way that seems fit to them. They can rearrange the islands. They can leave things off. You get what I'm saying? There's a continent called Greenland that nobody ever talks about. We don't see any content creators coming from Greenland. We don't see videos coming from Greenland. We barely hear people talk about it. And I bet that it's highly, highly restrictive over there. It's not as open as you think it is, because I've seen pictures and stuff and it looks uninhabited. But how about those testing facilities and things of that nature in the other parts that they don't show off camera? Because Greenland is about the size of South America. Greenland is about the size of South America. And you also have the continent spoken of by General Byrd that is on the other side of the ring, which we call Antarctica, to the south. So you have a continent to the north and the south. You get what I'm saying? Now, I was saying that I told y'all in one stream that there's a north gate, there's a south gate, there's a west gate, and there's an east gate. And those gates are actual entrances. Even though the whole ice ring is being melted down. Right now, as I speak, the whole ice ring is being melted. That's where you get global warming from, and it's actually not global warming. The seas are not rising. The seas are rising, excuse me. Pardon self. The seas are rising because the ice ring that we call Antarctica, a continent to the south, is actually all the way around. It is the north. It is the Arctic. It is the Antarctic. Look, the ANT on Antarctica is, look, the ANT on Antarctica is me breaking it down. My etymology, me breaking it down would be opposite. So they're saying they're the opposite of the Arctic, and yet the A on the end of Antarctica is symbolizing, please don't go on my stream. I'm streaming.
Hello.
I can see your head. The A is symbolizing the feminines of Antarctica. You get what I'm saying? So it's showing you a male nature up in the north, like a more male characteristic, and then you have the opposite, which is Antarctica. You get what I'm saying? The opposite, yes. The ANT on Antarctica is showing you the opposite of the Arctic. So actually, when they say Antarctica is to the south, they're actually just talking about the southern gate, and they're saying it's opposite of the northern gate. You get what I'm saying? And when I talk about a gate, I'm talking about entering our world. Our world. The plane is, as far as I know, the plane is infinite. There's an infinite plane we live on. There's an infinite plane we live on. And our little section, which consists of our 7 continents, which is really just one continent and surrounding islands. There's only one continent. And the rest, like every continent is connected. Every continent is connected. There's only one continent. And the rest of these little things you see are just islands. Australia and things of that nature are islands. It's only one continent, and it's encapsulated in this ring that they would like to call Antarctica, but they call it the Arctic to the east. They call it Antarctica to the west. They call it they call it Antarctica to the south. They call it the tundra. They call it the tundra to the west, which is Russia, and the tundra. Y'all notice this? It's a ring. You got Russia to the west, the tundra, and then you have the Arctic to the north, Greenland, the Arctic. Then you have the southern, which is Antarctica, the feminine, which is showing you that it's the womb. So therefore, this bowl that we live in, right? This little bowl, this little plate, this saucer, flying saucer, anybody? But this ring that we live in, right? We entered in it through the womb of this ring, which is Antarctica. Antarctica is not the whole ring. So let's get that straight. I'm gonna be clearing up all, like, I know people like to break down knowledge and stuff, but they just leave it open because they haven't studied deeper into it. So I'm gonna be clearing up things from other people too. Like they say Antarctica is the ice ring around the wall. No, it's not. Antarctica is the South Gate. The whole ice ring. There is an ice ring around, but the whole thing isn't Antarctica. The northern part of the ring is the Arctic. The southern part is Antarctica, which is the opposite of the male Arctic. So the feminine is the Antarctica with the A on the end, and that is the womb from which we came up. We came up through Antarctica, y'all, and populated this whole plane. We are the mothers and fathers of all society, of all things in existence. Now, take in mind, yes, I just made a bold statement, y'all. I said that this, what we call Earth, is just one circle plate on a whole entire plane of existence. Just one plate. That's where you get the old maps with the 33 continents around it and stuff like that, and the little minor islands. That's just showing you something. There's more after that. There's more rings. You know how they say Saturn got rings? You ever heard of Saturn's rings and I think Neptune's rings? The Earth has rings. We're just living in the center ring. The center ring is called Earth. The other rings are called other things. You get what I'm saying? You have a center, you have Earth, you have a ring of ice. You have the surrounding 33 continents, you have a ring of ice. You have more continents, you have a ring of ice, and so on to infinity. You get what I'm saying? Like, people, this is real knowledge, people. Like, this is real facts. Like, for real. And we're gonna come back to the Moors and stuff. I know some of y'all in the chat came to hear me use my scimitar on Moors fezzes. Y'all came to see me snatch fezzes and stuff, but I did that yesterday. And right now we're just touching on topics that correlate with the subject. And I also made a bunch of bold statements. And if y'all wondering why I talk in this manner, like, because I'm a professor, y'all. I'm just saying, I'm going to keep it 100. I am a professor. Like, you know what I'm saying? Self-taught with a 3rd grade education, you know. Now, let me see. Where are we at? Peace to everybody that just came in the chat. You know, I'm tuned in to Chief Sabi Indigenous. Higher power. Back in the booth. Now, if y'all wondering why I do the higher power, right? I'm actually activating certain things in my brain, certain things in your brain, certain things in the frequencies of the whole plane of existence. That's why I'm doing that. It's something like me going Super Saiyan. Don't make me go Super Saiyan. Now, yes, that's what I want people to insist. I don't believe you don't remember that from the bills last year. But yes, like, that is what is going on. Have you ever noticed that anytime a space voyage happens, right? Instead of going straight up, a rocket ship, it never goes straight up. A rocket actually goes up and goes on a curve. It rides the horizon. You get what I'm saying? A rocket ship goes up and curves and disappears over the horizon, the horizontal line, which is just the furthest that we can see with our eyes or a telescope or binoculars. They only go so far, and the land is so vast. Now, now, why did I bring up horizon? Exactly. They always, whenever a spaceship takes off, they never go straight up. They take off and they go this way. You see the SpaceX thing. The SpaceX thing was actually Project Bluebeam. I'm gonna say that right here. Project Bluebeam was shown to us on an international basis when you see that the SpaceX takeoff. That was not real. That was imagery. That was actually the SpaceX flight was actually Project Bluebeam. That was a projection. That wasn't real. That was a 3D image, 3D imagery. Now, why did I bring up about them curving? Okay. I bring them up curving because the sister said that's probably where they go to when they go to space. Yes, space is the distance between one object and another object. Look it up. There's no outer space. That came into existence in the early 1900s or the late 1800s. Space, the whole concept, the whole idea of an outer space came from the early 1900s or the late 1800s. I'm gonna bring that back up. I have all my old streams. I'll bring it back up where I gave the sources and stuff. Now, oh, it was actually created by John Jacob Astor. Remember I told y'all about that John Jacob Astor? I mentioned John Jacob Astor, and that's where space, the concept of space, comes from his book. Now, yeah. Oh no, it's true. It's right and exact, sis. Whether they believe you or not, you don't want them to believe you. They gonna accept the truth or they not. If they not, that means they covering hasn't been pulled. That means they're still bird boxed. Now, look, sis. I'm glad you said that, right? Because you hear me say something about one question. Where's the Caucasus Mountains? The Caucasus Mountains are in the Ural mountain range, separating India from Europe. That's the Caucasus Mountains, the Ural mountain range. That's where the Caucasus Mountains are. That's where the Aryans came down with the Sanskrit and things of that nature. We can go back to that. Aboriginal TV1. Peace, salute. What's good, my G? Higher power back in the booth. Chief Savvy Indigenous. Now, check me out. And, bro, I got to get you. Well, I don't know if you got your wrench. I couldn't see it. The comment went too fast. But if you ain't got your wrench, I'll make sure you get your wrench back and stuff. But check me out. We need to do a build, too. I'm trying to get live builds with everybody this year. Like everybody. I want to come on y'all platforms. I want y'all to come on mine. It's time to, you know what I'm saying, get this culture, get this knowledge, this wisdom, understanding, understanding, and overstanding out on a way mass scale basis. That's why white people like hiking so much. Yes, indeed. They're trying to. I'm gonna come. Well, no, because I haven't answered anything from you yet, Fly Birdie. So I'm gonna say this. The reason why it's in the innate nature and being of Europeans, because we're not going to call them something they're not. They're not white, just like we're not black. Got to call them by their names. European descendants, European immigrants, descendants of European immigrants. Why they love skiing and snowing, snow climbing and snowboarding and surfing and doing dangerous things, skydiving and stuff, because they want to make a mockery of the Most High. They're defying the Most High, saying, I'm defying death. Do you get what I'm saying? They push the human body past the limits to say, I'm defying death. Just the same way with Asians with martial arts. Now, we don't look at martial arts like y'all can tell by my movements. I'm a practitioner of martial arts, various different schools of martial arts. You know what I'm saying? I practice. You get what I'm saying? I'm not a master of any of them, but I also develop my own system. You know what I'm saying? When you look at the Europeans, nature, their nature to want to defy the Most High and do dangerous things, you have to look at this. Its breaking point, as far as whether it's rigorous exercising and stretches to whether it's breaking bones and putting them back together to harden them, whether it's kicking trees and wood, like this is using chi. Like this is what different civilizations, this is their haughtiness, their cockiness, and that was ours, building pyramids and things of that nature. And ours was also conquering the seas. Like the Creator told us to go be vicegerents, to be God on earth. The Creator gave Adam that. Like that's what he told him. If you ever notice, like one thing that varies from Islam and Christianity is that in Islam, Adam is the first prophet, and that's because he was given a job by God. He said, by the Most High. He said, brother, who is that? Abraham, this white boy don't play with heights. I don't even like driving over bridges. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? Like 9 times out of 10, like look, this is a little known fact. They want to say that all black people are some kind of mixed, right? Oh, nobody's pure these days. No, 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 no. All Europeans are mixed. There's no pure Aryan race anymore. The pure Aryan race was actually a myth. Did y'all know that? That was something Hitler thought up by being taught by Madame Vlaski. Back to you with Empress Isha. I only been able to see. You ain't been able to hear me? Sis, you ain't been able to hear me? Let me know, sis, if you can hear me or not. I've been thinking my audio is good. I hate to have been on here for 2 hours and nobody ain't been hearing me. That would be most unsettling. But you know me, I'll go back and repeat everything I said as a voiceover. Live streaming my work breaks. Oh, okay. Yeah. Anybody that sent me emails, I'm going to be answering all my emails and stuff today. Okay, ma'ams, I have. Okay. I don't know what y'all talking about. No, look, the UFO thing, right? Y'all going to think I'm crazy. We could hear you. Okay, I can. Okay, that's what's up. Now, look. The UFO thing, right? Hey, for the 6 new people in the stream, make sure you like the stream. You now tuned in to Chief Sabi Indigenous. Hiya, power. Back in the booth. And check this out. If you want a wrench by your name, comment 2020. Or comment any topic. Or let me know you rocking out 2020 or something like that. And I'll make sure you get a moderator on my channel. I don't want you deleting topics or comments or anything. We don't delete comments. We don't block people on the stream. We let everybody come. Trolls and everything. Trolls, you're most welcome. This is a troll channel. You can come troll me anytime, trolls. I love trolls. No, I'm joking. But trolls, you're welcome. But I would have. Let me see. I would have said something if I couldn't hear you. Oh yeah, okay, sis. But I'm also, as I'm talking, I'm also relaying my message through my hands, and I'm also relaying my message just through vibration. So, you know what I'm saying? So it wouldn't seem too far-fetched to me that if I was in here talking for 2 whole hours and no one couldn't hear me, but yet y'all are still building and keeping going on because I'm relaying the message whether the audio is clear or not. Understand? Now, UFOs. Now, I'm finna make a statement, right? A bold statement. And for this bold statement, a lot of people are gonna say he's lost his marbles. He's a spookus. He's a what is it called? What do they be calling it? He's a pseudoscientist. He's a pseudo. Nah, I ain't been debunked yet. I ain't been challenged. I'm always properly prepared for intellectual shootout. And here goes a statement that should bring some smoke my way. UFOs, unidentified flying object. That's what a UFO stands for. They are real, right? Who created the UFO? Who created the UFO? Everything that we're talking about in this build is coming full circle, y'all. And I just want y'all to know that that's what building is about. Keeping that spiral. That's what it's about. Keeping that universal spiral. The spiral exists everywhere in our universe, from inside of our iris to our hair follicles to our hair to our fingerprints to everywhere. The spiral exists, and the spiral is real, and that's where you get 720 degrees of knowledge, the 360 higher and 360 lower, the 360 spiritual and the 360 physical. That's where you get those degrees from that spiral, from that continuation of building. Okay, yeah, creek running water, salute, hiya, 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 power. We back in the booth, Chief Sabian Indigenous. What's good, creek running water? Great to have you up in here. Now look, what I want to say about the UFO, right? White American made the UFO. No, y'all are wrong, and this is my first time, and don't worry about it, y'all. Like, you're not supposed to know, but now you're gonna know. Like, and this is facts, verifiable facts, y'all. Remember, anything I'm saying in this chat, even though I don't have Wikipedia right here, I don't have Google right here, I don't have any notes, and I've been on here building for 2 hours and 20 minutes. Even though that is the situation that's going on right now, I can still stand up and say, even though I'm sitting down, I'm still openly declaring, y'all, that UFOs are real and that Hitler created UFOs. The proof. Now, wait. The proof. In Hitler's journals and inside all his other works, you have the exact diaphragms and all the specifications and the parts and the materials that made UFOs. No, Hitler created UFOs. Yes, Hitler created. Just look it up. Type in, when you get a chance, type in Google. Type in Hitler UFO. And Hitler, you're gonna see Hitler created UFO. Now look, reason why I started smiling so much, y'all know I'm a master builder and I love doing this. Like, this is my passion. You get what I'm saying? This is my passion. So, who's that pretty face? The Situation Room. Peace. Great to have you up in here. I will be getting everybody who's not a moderator already. I will be getting you your wrench. That means you can freely build. That's your first tool in your tool belt. Everybody's coming to this channel with an empty tool belt, and I'm trying to get y'all the tools that you can use, right here on the tube. Check this out. You're now tuned in with Chief Sabian Indigenous. Hiya, power, back in the booth. Now check me out. I want some water. Is there some water in there? Bottled water? Yeah, let me have some water. Now check this out, y'all. The spiral. I just spoke about the spiral, right? And how the spiral can be synced from the Milky Way galaxy to your fingerprint, from your DNA to Kemet, to ancient America, to every continent on Earth. You see a spiral. You see a spiral, or the 360 degree. You see eternal. You see some kind of form of eternity in the semblance of a spiral or a circle. With W. Joseph, the Most High made chariots. Hitler made UFOs from the knowledge he got from the white Aryan from inside the earth. We're going to talk about Middle Earth. We're going to talk about the hollow theory. Hey, great to have you in this channel, W. Joseph. If you rocking with me 2020, the next time I see you in the chat, I will make sure you get a wrench, y'all. Everybody is welcome to a wrench because we're builders up in here. So we're going to build up in here. All topics will be discussed. Drop any topic you want, even though you hear me talking. C-Rock, peace. What's good? What's great, C-Rock? What did you do? You shared my stream, Ann? I see everybody coming in. They know you, Ann. But you must have shared my stream. If you did, thank you, sis. Anybody else, y'all, that's coming in, just know, next time I'm live, you come back in, I'll make sure you get a wrench.
Oh my gosh, yesterday.
It's cool. I'll make sure you a moderator on my channel, y'all. What's that saying is that you're in here building with us. That's what the wrench is for. It's a builder's tool. Now check this out. I have all my tools of a master builder, by the way. Now check this out. The spiral, how everything comes back into full circle, right? The title of this video is what? Moors, Aboriginals, and black people. We were talking about the Moors and about the trade routes and about the universal trade language, which was English, and about how the Moors actually told Queen Isabella and King Ferdinand about the Americas. I didn't build on that, but I'm gonna get back to it. I'm just giving a brief recap for those that's just coming in here. So we talked about these things, and now I want y'all to say the reason why I started smiling so hard when somebody said something about when we started talking about UFOs, and that's because check this out. A UFO means unidentified flying object, so that's anything in the sky that is not on radar checking in on the thing. So that's any kind of thing, whether it's a foreign aircraft, a foreign ship, a foreign airship, or anything. Check me out. Now, aliens, right? Y'all gonna put me in a loony bin for this one? No, I'm playing. Because I'm keeping it, I'm bringing, what I'm doing right now is touching on myths and making a myth come alive right before your eyes, and yet taking that myth and destroying it and pulling that little piece of truth out that's behind every myth. Within every myth, there's a grain of truth. Remember that. Every story you know, every fairy tale, every song, there's a grain of truth somewhere in that myth. There's one grain of truth somewhere, because truth, there's only two things in all of existence, truth and falsehood, right? Right. So you get UFOs, unidentified flying crafts. Now, to say it's a flying craft, we know that there's somebody piloting it. So then there you get an alien. What is an alien? What is an alien? What is an alien? An alien is an extraterrestrial. This is this build that I'm finna go into. This is the first build that I actually took down off of my channel last year. This is when I spoke this build, I actually took that live stream down because I knew that live stream could get me in trouble when I spoke on extraterrestrials. So just bear with me. Some of y'all may have been in the chat and don't even remember it, because as soon as I finished that stream, I took the video down. So you probably don't even remember, but I know you were in there. And 411, great to find a stream with knowledge. Blessings to all. Oh yes, most indeed, Abraham. Like you in the one-stop shop of all of YouTube, y'all. Like, I'm not being braggadocious. I'm not being big-headed. I'm not being narcissistic. I'm not being egotistic. I'm being truthful. Like, my channel, this is the only channel I watch. And I watch all my old videos to learn from them, because, like, I create my content literally right in front of you all by letting you all question me about anything. That's where you get the science of question everything. That's where you get that hashtag question everything. It's because right here in this chat, you can ask me anything in the chat. For the 8 new people up in here, hit that like button, share the stream, create a playlist, and add my videos with your other favorite, whatever them guys are. I'm a content creator. I'm a conscious content creator. Those are YouTubers, but throw me in there with them. You can put me in an Einstein playlist. You can put me in a Sir Isaac Newton. I'll destroy all your favorite philosophers. I'll destroy all your favorite scientists. Right here in one stop. We talk everything from religion to science to astrophysics to space to flat earth to round earth to globe to continents to geology to astronomy to astrology to numerology to mathematics. We talk about everything in this stream. All you got to do is ask, and the question will get answered. That's the easiest way for people to learn, is in question and answer format. The ancient Egyptian mystery system, which is actually the ancient America mystery system, also the Mayan system. So we don't even have to call it mystery system when we know it's the ancient American Mayan system. So anyway, that system is a system of question and answers, because that's how you teach within the Nation of Islam, which in the Moor Science Temple of America, within any group, the Nations of Gods and Earths, Freemasonry, Masonry, within all of these groups, the Shriners, they're all taught degrees through question and answer format. So that's why you get the term question everything, because I am just a continuation of those rights, and I'm trying to convey so much information at once that I'd rather you question me and answer it. Or I ask you a question and you answer it, and so we all can learn, build to a higher understanding. Chief Sabian Indigenous, hiya, 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 power, back in the booth. Now, we just discussed. Now, we've already touched on the Moors and all that, but we're coming back full circle to that. Now, Bird Box. Now, this is gonna sound crazy, right? Bird Box. Now, I broke down about Bird Box the other day also, but I'll break it down again here. Y'all notice I didn't create a video last year when everybody was making Bird Box videos. I didn't create a Bird Box video. Why? It's because I seen that so many people were right about a certain piece of it. And that's how all movies was. I just watched The Matrix for the first time last night, y'all. My bad. Like, I know I'm late on that. I'm gonna go finish it. I actually fell asleep halfway through it, but I hung on to every word in The Matrix, y'all, and I laughed. It is one of the best movies I've ever seen. And that movie, I'm gonna be breaking it down every minute of The Matrix. I'm gonna break down every minute of The Matrix. I'm gonna be making a series, y'all, where I'm gonna take 60 seconds and divide it into 4 15-second segments from the start of the movie to the end of the movie. And by the end of this year, I'm gonna dissect the whole Matrix movie and show you exactly what that movie is. All right, but check me out. Bird Box. Now, the only part I'm gonna bring up about Bird Box, besides the fact that old dude in the green and red shirt, I watched that movie last night also. I fell asleep on that also. Besides the fact, matter of fact, I fell asleep watching The Matrix, and I woke up and my sister had Bird Box on. What's up, C-Rock? Nothing much. Out here trying to build to a higher understanding, man. I left all my alkaline water at home and stuff, but I'm you know what I'm saying? I'm so hydrated, it don't make no sense. And it's hiya, power back in the booth. So, I fell asleep on Matrix, right? And I woke up and Bird Box is there. And I said, oh, I gotta do a build in the morning, y'all. Like, and on a serious note, though, y'all, let's keep it all serious. Now, look, this is what I want to say about Bird Box. I mentioned that the dude, the know-it-all, you remember Moore's know-it-all. People keep talking about it, B. Oh, okay, good. So my video about Bird Box and about the Matrix, they ought to fit right in with the narratives. Now check me out, Clifford Clark. Appreciate that, because I always been thinking like, oh, the movie came out last year, they don't want to know about it. But hey, it's a great build when you got the right comprehension, mind, and interpretation. You know, I'm a dream interpretator, y'all. You bring me your dreams, you have weird dreams, write them down. Y'all create a dream journal, write it down, and bring it to me. I'll interpret it to the best of my abilities. You get what I'm saying? And like I say, like, there's absolutely nothing special about me, y'all. I am you. You are me. You get what I'm saying? There's nothing special about me. It's just you're actually seeing the incarnation of self. You get what I'm saying? You're just actually seeing what you're capable of through a reflection. Right here through this camera. You know, cameras, this camera is ran off of what? Reflections. Off of mirrors. You get what I'm saying? A camera, mirrors, reflection, carbon, flash, boom, spark, boom. Y'all may not get it, but anyway, y'all, I just create sparks. Like, I know Dan Calloway said, I'm just here to make you think. I'm just here to create a spark. I'm just here to create a spark, y'all. With that spark, I'm going to fire up the neurons in your brain, that great electricity, and make it go, circulate through your whole body. Drink alkaline water, y'all. Get that electricity. It's a conduit. It makes your blood and stuff conduit to that electricity and helps you flow. So anyway, that's all I want to say. And another hiya power. And then look, Bird Box, right? We got the Moor. He's the know-it-all. He's the guy in the green vest with a red undershirt, or a red vest with a green undershirt. I haven't really seen the movie. I seen it last night. I mean, I haven't seen it since it first came out. I glimpsed it last night. I woke up and I glimpsed it. Remember that we don't sleep, so I was resting. Let's not say I fell asleep. I fell to rest. Now look, so is your eyes. That's how cameras are designed. Exactly. Now look, don't let me down. Man, look, y'all, I love getting feedback and on my content, or when I'm live, I love getting feedback, because your messages y'all comment right when it needs to be commented. Y'all don't ever see that? Like, we could be talking about something and you comment and it falls right in with the lesson, and that's because everything has a uncoordinated concordance about it. When Dylan Chief Sabi, like, for real. So anyway, my brother said, my brother Misael said, so is your eyes. That's how cameras are designed. And then y'all will hear me always say that the creator, right, the most high, created everything in existence. So there's only two things in existence, the creator and the creation. And you have the truth and the falsehood. The creator is the truth, so anything coming from the creator is the truth. But the creator also birthed falsehood, which is matter, which is physical. You get what I'm saying? The spiritual is truth, the matter is the falsehood. Man is truth and falsehood strangely mixed in one. You get what I'm saying? That's what man is. We're the most peculiar sight in the world. Let me get y'all a little closer. Okay. I wish I can get these comments off the screen. Okay, just for now. I'm just getting the comments off the screen, so I won't have to keep leaning in so close to see the view count and to see the view count and see my see myself. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to be streaming and talking on my way over here. And anyway, I'm just joking, y'all. Anyway, you now tuned in to Chief Sabi and hiya, Paul, back in the booth. Now look, this is what I want to say. I was speaking on Bird Box. I spoke about the dude with the red and the green. He knew it all. He was so book smart. He knew maps and maptology, and he had the book full of maps, and he was a navigator. It shows you that he was a Moor. Do you get what I'm saying? He was a Moor. Y'all see that? Check me out. Just check me out. Nobody says this except me, but I see through. And then you got the Kemet nigga, the Black Power. But he's messing with the white girl. Okay, now check me out. Now, keeping in movement, y'all. We got on Bird Box. The only reason why I brought up Bird Box, by the way, is to show you the pendant that she wore. Remember, she got a pendant from who? Her husband or somebody? I haven't seen the movie. I'm gonna rewatch it, and then I'm gonna do a breakdown on Bird Box. I'm gonna do a whole live stream breakdown. I just gotta watch the movie once more. But this is just, I'm just putting this information in and giving y'all the awareness of my live stream. I'm about to break down on Bird Box. It's gonna be coming later. Anyway, I'm not gonna break it down like I do the Matrix. The Matrix, I'm gonna actually break down every frame in the movie. I'm gonna break down every statement in the movie. I'm gonna break down every image in the movie on the Matrix, y'all. So be on the lookout for that. Just a little treat. It's just a little intellectual treat. Now, the pendant or the necklace that she got, what was it? It was a circle. Is that a good movie? I never watched it. Bird Box? Yes. Or The Matrix? Yes. Both of them are good movies. And after you hear me say this, you should watch Bird Box, because that is actually about the 24,000 year calendar and about how the sun is getting closer to the earth. You're not going to hear anybody else say that, y'all, because they have no knowledge of the 24,000 year calendar and the 6,000 year spears of rulership and how the earth is actually a spiral, that swastika. And I can show y'all yesterday, my vibrations in my video from yesterday made my 2 strings that were hanging on my jacket and made them turn into a swastika. You actually see a swastika appear on my chest in my video for a long segment of my video yesterday. And that's because the swastika is actually just the movements of the sun. It's only a map. It's only a map, y'all. Check me out. Yeah, the yugas. Yeah. Yeah, the 6,000, yeah. The segments. Okay. Whoop. 6,000, 6,000, 6,000. North Gate, South Gate, East Gate, West Gate. Like, that's what that's about. North Gate, South Gate, East Gate, West Gate. 6,000 here, 6,000 here, 6,000 here, 6,000 there. The sun is moving at an ever spiral, coming inner spiral. It comes tighter spiral and goes down. It's like a, have you ever seen a spinning top? You know, you start a spinning top at the tip and you wrap it up and it gets thicker around the top and you throw it in the spins. That's how the sun is. Like, the spiral isn't just spiraling in a circle on one set track. No, The track is actually a spiral and it's not a circle. We think that it's doing a 360 of our head. It's actually doing a spiral. That's why sometimes the position may be off. It's always coming around. The sun is always coming around in the same direction. It's always hitting the same areas, but sometimes it may be a little off. That can throw your brain a little off and make you think, oh, it may be round because the sun ain't exactly in the same line it was yesterday. No, the sun is not exactly in the same place it was yesterday. It's track. It moves different on this track. Man, I never seen Bird Box. Watch Bird Box. I'm gonna be watching it today also. I would play it on my channel, but I don't know. This ain't. Oh, I could play it as a watch party on my Facebook channel, I guess. But I don't know how that stuff works, so I ain't gonna mess with it. I don't want to get banned. But yeah, Bird Box. It's on whatchamacallit. It's on Netflix, if I ain't mistaken. Oh shoot. Okay. Anyway, I'm trying to find something. Okay, I don't have anything circle on me. Y'all know I use all kind of stuff in my teaching methods. You know what I'm saying? I pull out anything. Oh, I do have something circle. Check this out. I must have got hit by a pickpocket last night. I ain't got a penny in my pocket. Okay, we gonna build past it anyway. Okay, now. Okay, cool. I don't know if y'all can see this. How good can y'all see this? Can you see the little rings that's on there? No, I don't think my camera is that clear. Let me see if I tap. Yeah, you can't see it. Well, anyway, on Bird Box, right? What he does, he hands her. Let me move the camera back up. When the counting the 33 steps. Yes, I brought that out too. Like I mentioned that also. I had a little short breakdown on my channel last year and I mentioned the 33 steps. I actually sat there and counted them. 30, 31, 32, 33. It's all about Freemasonry and Eastern stars. You get what I'm saying? Notice they're called Eastern stars. So where are our sisters at? When are our sisters gonna rise? The Western stars. You get what I'm saying? Like when are we gonna start learning the ancient craft? Y'all, I got the degrees. Like if anybody wants to learn the ancient craft, the ancient rite, come to me. I had the degrees. You get what I'm saying? So anyway, so check me out. Yeah, y'all, like it's really real, y'all. I told y'all in one of my podcasts, nobody listens to my podcast. Don't worry about it. Just keep not listening. Keep not listening to my podcast. And when I announce that the world is over and everybody run, y'all gonna not have listened to the podcast and YouTube gonna be shut down or something. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. No, I'm joking, y'all. I don't give a damn about the podcast. It's just I'm just barely starting my podcast. But anyway, check out my podcast. Look, go to my community section. If anybody wants to know what I'm up to, go to my community section. You'll always see my newest video or my newest whatever, newest picture or anything on my community section on my channel. Okay, check me out. Oh, it was clear. Could you see the rings? Okay, anyway, look at my palm. There's a ring. Let's say it's a circle. Let's say this circle inside my palm right here, right? Now, there was rings. If I'm not mistaken, there was a dot in the center on Bird Box. There was a pendant. Her husband was in the military. That's another thing I want to bring up. Her husband was in the military, and he handed her this pendant. He was like, here, I got to go, but here's this pendant. Use this. And that pendant was a circular pendant with rings. It had maybe like three rings, and then it had a dot in the middle. That pendant was actually a map. All right. The truth is free. The truth is free. American Super Truther Patriot Red Pill Thing. That's a long name, but yeah, the truth is free. Oh yeah, you know you're gonna always see my Master Builder signs. That's the sign of a Master Builder right there. You're gonna see my double M's. Some people don't got them. I just found that out. Some people don't got them. But yeah, I got my double M's, y'all. You know, y'all know what that is. I'm a master builder. You know what I'm saying? I stand on that. Y'all know I'm the only person come on YouTube that openly declared Noble Drew Ali is my personal master teacher. And I'm ready to defend him. I'm the only person get on here openly declare that I'm a master mason, not a Freemason. Freemasonry is for free white men by free white men. Freemasonry is a racist organization that is there for the oppression of us. Do you get what I'm saying? Yes. Now back to the but masonry. Masonry is how the pyramids were built. Masonry is how the mountains got built. Masonry is how this civilization got built. Masonry is how the moral conduct of man got built up through masonry. New here, interested, man. I'm gonna make sure you get a wrench by your name so you can be a moderator up in my stream, bro. You welcome here. Chief Sabi Indigenous, hiya, 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 power, back in the booth. And I don't know if anybody in here, y'all may know me by Indigenous Realist. I'm the same guy. I know I look different. I'm the same exact guy as Indigenous Realist. I lost 55 pounds through fasting. I fasted for 44 days where I drank nothing but water. You get what I'm saying? And it was the most beautiful example of a fast I've ever had. And it wasn't just about the food fast. I'll be following. Okay, most definitely. Make sure you got your notification bell on all. When you press the bell, make sure you press all so you won't miss like live streams. I do a lot of live streams, but I also upload a lot of content. And while you in here, you can question anything. Like anybody in here, you can ask me any kind of questions. Like you're not gonna get blocked or anything, and everybody will be made a moderator. I want to see the thing lit up with blue. That wrench, when you're in my build, that wrench means you're a builder. You get what I'm saying? We're all gonna learn the tools of our ancestors in here. It was a recommended channel. I've been listening openly. Okay, that's what's up. I'm glad to see that YouTube is finally getting me back in the algorithm. They're getting me back in the algorithm. All right, but let me not start joking and stuff, cause then I don't want anybody to what's I'm calling it. It was a recommended channel. Yeah. I don't want anybody to not take me seriously, cause I'm joking, but you know what I'm saying? I'm just happy. I'm finally back. I just come back from hell. I was walking there. I had a battle with the devil. I was like, "Hey, devil, where you going?" He said, "I'm going to and fro the world, seeking whom I may devour." I say, "Not around this way." But check me out. So, the rings, bird box, right? We're talking about bird box very briefly, but we're also talking about Antarctica. We're also talking about the Moors, the Aboriginals, the black persons. We're talking about everything. We're talking about the science of everything in life in here, y'all. For those that's just coming in. So, you gone, Miss L? Or you just saying peace? Okay, peace, peace, peace. Now look, in Bird Box, she gets a pendant that she wears, and it's a circular object, and it has rings inside of it. There's different rings inside of it. Then there's a dot. Now, one of the oldest symbols of this plane that we call Earth, one of the oldest symbols in existence is a circle, which is 360 degrees with a solid dot in it. They call it the sun disk, and it's in every language you can think of. You can even find it in your keyboard. Go to your keyboard. I mean, on your computer. I mean, on your cell phone, and press the number button, and then press over. Like you change it from numbers to like where you can find a degree symbol, and you'll find a circle with a dot in it. You get what I'm saying? And that's signifying that spiral exactly. And it's also showing the stopping. See, look, that pendant was showing the stopping point. I bet if we could have zoomed in to that pendant, there would have been little islands and stuff in between those rings. But that's all I'm gonna say about that. Now, do you have your replays up? How far am I behind your talking points? It's cool. Like everything is gonna go back around. Like we're gonna touch on it. Like as I'm in here, it's a continuous build. Like that's something I formed here on YouTube. Well, I formed it in real life. We actually came up with continuous builds in everyday life. When I was doing this person to person with people, I was saving people just one at a time. And then when I came to YouTube, I actually put a name to it, called it continuous builds. And what continuous builds is basically we get on live, we have a topic, I open up the chat where anybody can put any topic they want in the chat, and any question, any topic they have, and I'm gonna answer that question to the best of my abilities, or just plain say I don't know. That's what a wise man does. He says I don't know. A wise man admits when he knows not. But oh yeah, most definitely. It's gonna be nothing but good vibes here. I'm the well kept secret of YouTube. I've been gone a year. That's why you ain't seen me, but I'm the most well kept secret of YouTube. You get what I'm saying? I'm where your favorite content creator go gets his content from. But anyway, we're not gonna speak about that. So anyway, including power of God, truth, whatever his name is, Chosen King. Chosen King been stealing my content since day one. But anyway, we're gonna build past that. Now, what was I saying? Okay, the continuous build thing. So no matter that we have a topic up, Moors, Aboriginals, and Black, that was only the topic maybe for 30 seconds in this chat. You can actually search. This is my word. You can go back and search anywhere in this video. After this video ends, you can search, randomly press the video anywhere and learn about a different topic, hear about a different series of discussions going on. Yeah, he been stealing my content. And I said something about him in his chat and he blocked me. You know what I'm saying? But I was just like, hey, bro, why you ain't giving me no credit? This me right here. This me right here. And he was just blocked me like everybody else do. If I go in anybody's chat, if I comment on anybody's videos, they hurry up and block me. I don't know why. I know why, but I'm not going to say it. But you know what I'm saying? Check out my playlist, everybody. Strike him. Strike him. No, we ain't even worrying about him. He got like 100 and some thousand followers and stuff. It's cool. It's cool. They'll come over here. And eventually, YouTube's algorithm. That's how the algorithm works. When you hear other content creators saying things, right? When YouTube's database sees other content creators saying things, they also see me saying things and hear me saying things on here. Remember, it's ran by Google. And so when they're saying certain things, Aboriginal TV, peace. When they see these people saying things that's similar to the things I'm saying at a consistent rate, they're gonna recommend them to come here anyway. So I don't mind people taking stuff that I say because I'm gonna say it so consistently and so intricately that they're coming anyway. You get what I'm saying? So don't worry about that, y'all. I got so many subscribers it don't make no sense, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I have a small subscriber base, right? We had a small little tribe in my little section, only like 6,000 subscribers. But I'm saying though, I got active subscribers. That's why you see so many wrenches in the chat. And anybody that don't got a wrench, I'm gonna get you a wrench. It's just like, hey, I'm not on the YouTube app right now. I'm actually streaming from Streamlabs. So anyway, let me proceed. I'm just laughing. It's just funny, y'all, because it's like it's so much. Like it's so much to discuss. Like for real, for real. So I just mentioned. Why did I mention Bird Box? To show you about the pendant. The pendant is actually a map, and the map shows you the different rings. Who's the Aboriginal TV? Okay, peace. Now, that's all we're gonna say about Bird Box. Remember, be on the lookout. I'm coming out with a full breakdown of the Matrix and a full breakdown of the movie Bird Box. Okay, cool. Small real group instead of a list of master trolls. Indeed, indeed, yeah. But I like trolls. Like trolls can come over to my chat. I respond to trolls in my comment sections and all that. And we don't block trolls, y'all. Remember that. We don't block trolls. Now check me out. So, we were talking about UFOs, right? And we established that a UFO is just an unidentified flying object. And I asked y'all, where did a flying saucer, who created the first flying saucer? Where does that concept come from? And we determined that, kill 'em truth, oh yeah, indeed. And we determined that that concept of flying saucers, ooh, Twilight Zone. No, but we are living in the Twilight Zone, just to let y'all know. And American Horror Stories is real, just to let y'all know. But based off of true stuff, American Horror Stories. I could do a breakdown on that also if y'all want me to. But my gang stalking series, if you want to know more about gang stalking and about narcissism and okay, look, let me say this briefly because I just want to show some people how this stream goes. You see how we're talking about, we went from talking about the rings on the bird box. That's just bringing back up the topic of the spears, the different spears in this flat plane that we live on. And I can show and prove anything I'm saying. Like I'm actually show and prove it. I may state it, I may come back to it, but I'm always going to show and prove it. I have no sources right here in front of my face. This is all coming from the mind. You know, this is really a master builder in play. Like you actually see a master builder work his work. You get what I'm saying? You actually seeing my tools. You can't see my tools, but they're actually working. But anyway, now what we're doing, I mean, right now, look, hit the bird box. Okay, I was gonna pause right there to say this. On my channel, right, you hear the topic of gang stalking everywhere. Now I gotta just put this in because it all relates. Like everything I'm ever gonna talk about, anything I'm ever gonna talk about, y'all, is gonna relate to everything. So when you hear about gang stalking, so many people have knowledge of gang stalking, but they leave out so much because they're under duress when they're making these videos. I'm not currently under duress. Yes, I'm being actively stalked. Yes, I'm still a targeted individual because of my DNA, because of my cellular structure, because of my reproductive system and their lack thereof. You get what I'm saying? So when you hear about gang stalking, I gave out the knowledge, wisdom, and inner and over and understanding that all gang stalkers are narcissists. I'm gonna say it like this: all gang stalkers are psychopaths or sociopaths. All let me see about any questions. Lots of questions about gang stalking. Lots of concerning questions. Well, I have a whole playlist, and that's a current build. Like that's a current topic on my channel right now is gang stalking. But I'm actually showing and proving. I'm actually breaking it down, y'all, because I'm a master builder. You know what I'm saying? And I break stuff to build stuff. You know, you need materials. Y'all play Fortnite where you gotta go break down a wall to go build a new wall. Go break down a building to build a new bridge. You get what I'm saying? Recycling. It's just recycling. So I'm just recycling here. So check me out. So on this channel, I brung the real life truth, the real life facts, y'all, that all gang stalkers are actually sociopaths and psychopaths. And their whole group and organization and system is actually ran by narcissists. Now, all targeted individuals are empaths. All targeted individuals are empaths. That is the reason for gang stalking. Gang stalkers are trying to extinguish our bloodline. They're trying to extinguish our kind. Now, when I say our bloodline, I'm talking about genetics and cellular structures. But when I'm talking about our kind, I'm speaking of the empathic nature, the, the that nature that gives us something that the narcissist lacks. Now, I also told y'all on this channel that opposite ends of the spectrum. People want to know what a narcissist is, and I say that is the exact opposite of an empath. So look, let me put it like this. I'm gonna put it even more clearer. Jesus, the Christ, not Jesus Christ, Jesus the Christ, Jesus of Nazareth, the Christ, right? Jesus would be right here, an empath, a powerful, powerful, powerful empath, right? And on the reverse side, the opposite would be who? Lucifer. Now, Lucifer is described as a beautiful being and the ruler of light spectrum and of air. Cell phone devices, anybody? 5G towers, anybody? That's Lucifer's realm, the air. And he's also a ruler of the planet. He's given rulership over the world. I mean, he roams freely. That's when I say a while ago I went through hell and I had a discussion with Lucifer. I had a discussion with him. I'm like, hey, where you going? He's like, oh, I'm going to and fro, seeking whom I may devour. And I'm like, say, hey, not around this way. And I ran him off. Anyway, we got in a fight and all that. But anyway, no, I'm joking. I'm serious, though, on the spiritual realm. But now, Lucifer, I'm going to do a comparison video. This is going to mess y'all up, but I'm going to go ahead and say it here to make sure y'all already got this. Okay, or just leave me info for your main channel on my last video. Okay, I have been sub for you over a year, never comment rarely. Okay, that was up. You talking about on Ant channel? That's what's up. I don't see how you never heard of me. But I'm not egotistical. I'm not narcissistic, y'all. I know a lot of people ain't never heard of me. I'm YouTube's big secret. I'm the big hush. I'm where your favorite content creator gets their content from. Shh, don't tell anybody. But check me out. So, because I put so much in these live streams, that all they have to do, like if somebody wants to create content, all you got to do is just turn on one of my live streams and just press the search, like just stop anywhere in the video, y'all, and you have some fresh content for your channel. Like, for real, that's why I be locking my live streams. But you know, it's cool. It's all cool. I got hundreds of hours of me doing this right here, y'all. That's what I'm saying. That's why it's so funny to me to know that I'm on here doing this again. I didn't think I was going to be able to. We're working on a 3-hour minute. It seems like we've been on here for 10 minutes to me. It's better be it's better to be on the low. Yes, indeed. Oh, my phone's going dead. But damn, and I left too many open edges. So I'm finna sum everything up. I'm only on 14 cents, but watch this. We're gonna get a beautiful understanding really fast up in this joint. My phone is finna die, so let me go fast. Hiya, power back in the booth. Now, so where did I want to go? Okay, I was telling y'all about narcissism and stuff, and I just want to show y'all that here soon I'm gonna do a series, right? And I'm gonna show y'all the comparisons in the Bible, the literal comparisons of the prophecies about Jesus and the prophecies about Lucifer, whether it's about the lightning striking down to the earth, or the days they were born, or the manner they were born, and all of these things is so crazy. That's why you get two different genealogies of Jesus in the Bible, and that's where you get two different Jesuses right now. But anyway, we're not gonna get on that. I mentioned Bird Box about the rings. Y'all check out Bird Box. All right, because I'm going to do a more concise build. But notice the more in Bird Box with the red and green shirt. That's how it relates to this topic. All right, because they were race traders. But anyway, y'all, hey, y'all know I've been in here putting in hard work. Just find y'all something in the stream, y'all. Like, I did one yesterday, and I did one the day before that, and I did one the day before that, and I did one to just find y'all some little content to chill on. I got to charge my phone, man. I ain't gonna rush it. I put in some good work. We put in some good work today. Just in case your phone dies, tawada, bro. Shalom, everybody, tawada, yeah. Say, let me pull my little selfie stick back out. Just in case your phone dies, yeah. But hey, y'all, it was a beautiful build today. Oh shit. Ooh. Y'all, I almost lost my phone. Almost broke my phone, and I seen it before it happened. That's why I'm glad I had my hand on it. I knew it was gonna pop off. I'm finna fix this. No wonder this selfie stick was so cheap. Anyway, y'all was tuned in to Chief Sabi Indigenous. Hiya, power, and we back in the booth, y'all, and we ain't going nowhere. Y'all. Let me shorten my selfie stick a little bit. We ain't going nowhere. I'm finna end this stream, y'all. Like anything y'all looking for, find it. It's in the stream. I was just to try to sum it up. I was gonna touch on another 50 subjects. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna. And then it's going to leave like 50 more open ends. And then it's going to leave like 20, 30 more open ends. You know what I'm saying? You dealing with a master builder, y'all. I'm smiling and stuff because it's so easy to me, y'all. Like, and I'm saying it's so easy for y'all also. Who is that? Anybody that I didn't greet, y'all. Hiya, power. Great to have you up in here. CEO and all that type stuff. Like, great to have y'all up in here. Peace, y'all. I love y'all. I love you all. Peace. I am you, y'all. Coming straight from Chief Sabi Indigenous. You know what I'm saying? The Empath. The last avatar. We up in this thing. But check me out. Compare. Oh, Keprod, thank you. No, thank you. Thank all y'all for coming. I wonder how many people came in and got them some knowledge, wisdom, and understanding today. Here go my tripod, y'all. I need to stop doing that. Acting like I ain't never had none, but this is my tripod I was using. This is my little tripod I was using. You know what I'm saying? It's a GoPro tripod. You know, you can put it anywhere. You know what I'm saying? If I want it lower, higher. Hiya, power. But anyway, I love y'all. I sit out here until my nose ran, y'all. But it's much love, much peace, y'all. It's Chief Sabi Indigenous, the realist. And I'm gone. Hiya, power. Hey, I'm gonna do that too. I'm gonna do that box remix. I'm gonna remix that song, The Box. I'm gonna get that instrumental. I'm gonna remix it. I don't care if they ban my channel for it.